Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Tonight's game is the 100-line Last Defense Academy. Are you as excited as we are about the announcement of Danganronpa 2x2? Well, I guess this is the next best thing. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/@LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see that Queen Katie was first over on the Twitch side of things saying howdy. My dad says hi and have a good stream. Hi, Queen Katie, Dad. You know, one of these days we gotta have, you know how they have like a daddy-daughter, bring your daughter to work day, or bring your son, bring your kid to work day type of a thing? We should have a bring your parents to stream day. Invite the parent, let them know that this is nothing to worry about, or maybe confirm their fears. I'm not sure which, but how... Oh, wow, I got the hiccups there. But how is your dad doing? I hope everything's going well, Queen Katie. Nora says, I'm Di, thank you forever. I'm glad to see that you've gotten so into Hollow Live there. Queen Katie with the salute. Weedle says, hey, Puppy Kicker, what you doing? We're 100-lining some Last Defense Academies. How are you doing, Weedle? I did, however, find out. I'm a little bit bummed. I'm not going to be able to work the planetarium room this year at FanX, though. Are you going to be going to it, Weedle? Nora says, anyways, hi all. Logan, I know you were there at different parts, but I finally finished the game last night. Yes, you finished Omori, right, but not Danganronpa yet. Because I was there, and then you started playing Fears to Fathom, a game that I had heard of before, but I'd never seen before, and was very different than I expected. How did you like it? How'd you like the... Oh, why? Are you trying to help me with my hiccups? Because hang on, I think I just need to take a deep breath and hold my breath for a second. Oh, what's up, huh? Weedle! Thank you so much for re-upping your Prime sub! 30 months. Well, on your way to your 4th subscription, baby. Thank you so much, Weedle. I know you only get like 1 Prime sub, so thank you so much for spending it on us here. Thank you, Weedle. I really, really appreciate that. Actually, I think my hiccups are gone. Let me take a look over the YouTube chat. I see that Taco was here bright and early before the stream saying, I'll be waiting. There was, and then in all caps, there was a kid in my class doing a presentation and it got to a point where there was a lawyer. I guess who the lawyer was. Was it Phoenix Wright? Or maybe Miles Edgeworth? Fruzy says, no idea. Dermo says, I'm under the weather, so I'll just be lurking. Hi, all. Hi, Dermo. Hope you get feeling better. I'm sorry that you're... Wait, is this a different cold? I feel like you were just sick recently. Is it a continuation, or is it another one? Fruzy says, hi, Dermo. Jack says, hello, chat. Same deal as always. Can't stick around, but have a wonderful stream. I almost feel bad and barely around lately, but I'm glad our entertainment lord is as understanding as he is. Jax, you gotta take care of what you gotta take care of. I just appreciate you popping in to say hi. I feel like that's going above and beyond, so thank you, Jax. Hope everything's going well with you. Fruzy says, like a parent-streamer conference? Yes! Like a parent-teacher conference, but with a streamer. Dermot says, bring your parent to stream day. Toshi says, hi, how you doing, Toshi? Over and back on Twitch, Quickgator says to Nora, Omori, right? How was the depression? Nora says, depressing. Quickgator says, pat. But you saw, like, the good and bad endings. You saw, oh, Yasumi, huh?
Someone tell Logan that he is appreciated, loved, and most of all, lonely. He brings us so much entertainment, peace of mind, and schadenfreude. His community is full of amazing people.
That is true.
We are so lucky to have all of you. Be kind to yourselves. And somewhat kind to Logan.
This is somewhat. I agree with the part that you guys are all amazing. You guys are the best community. I don't deserve you. Thank you all for being so amazing. Thank you, Rukov, for the 10 bits. And for the reminder to everybody here that you all are spectacular. You guys are fantastic. So thank you for being here. Thank you. Nora says, it didn't help that there was a part of my stream yesterday where I just got hit with a wave of something. I don't know. And I was really out of it for like 20 minutes. Was this something just you crying? Nora said, I'm not bringing my mom to stream. Crystal says, mods to Nora, give up. Nora, Quick said, Dad went to bed before stream started. He sleeps. Well, I hope he's sleeping soundly and restfully. Nora said, didn't help that it was during that too. Queeta said, he's doing good though. Weedle says, I'm making a Minecraft mod. Ooh, what's the mod? Castle says, hi. I can't work. There are worms on the internet. There are worms. Today there was a worm in, like, I posted over onto YouTube the short I did from Metaphor Refantasio where we got vored by a worm. Oddly enough, it's happened twice. It's one that's divided nickel. For every time we got vored by a worm, we'd have 2 nickels. Weird that happened twice. Oh, a pin message written by Castle, pinned by Rootcop says, quote, I don't deserve you, bonk, deal with it. Thank you for the bonk, Castle, but I'm just you guys are more than I deserve. I'm not saying that as like, speaking ill of myself. I'm speaking of how awesome you all are. So thank you very much, though. Let's go ahead and load up the game where we left off from last time. Oh wait, no, hang on. Was this was where we had to do the autosave, right? Because we couldn't find a save point. So we're just loading up. We're just continuing from the autosave, yeah? I think that's what it was. Somebody was like, there was an autosave, and I was able to finally go to sleep. So that was nice. Oh, we got a pin message. Oh crap, I can't scroll over to, well, there we go. Written by Vero. Pinned by Vero. Written by Vero said, my mouse that's been there since I bought my PC like 5 to 6 years ago died on me yesterday, and I'm borrowing my brother's until I find a new one. Rest in peace, Blossom, the mouse. You shall be missed. I'm so sad that things don't last as long as they used to. I am on my computer's second mouse as well. I used to have a wireless one. It was fancy. I actually like this new one better, though. So I hope you get an even better one than Vero. But how are you, Vero, other than the dead mouse? And there's Vero in the chat saying, hey, Crystal says to Weedle, ahoy. Crystal says, Vero with a smile. Dagger says, hi, everyone, Dagger. It's so good to see you. I feel like you're one of the people that I don't see every stream. So I'm always really happy when I do. I'm happy when I see all of you. But it's a treat. How are you, Dagger? Nora says, hi. Also, Logan, VIP, Nora. I don't know. I think I might have already made a mistake by adding the extra VIPs that I did. I think I might have reduced the efficacy of slow mode. Dagger said, bought Honduras 2 recently. Such a fun game. Hang on, what's Honduras? Do I need to look that up? I'm going to Google that real quick because I want to know what that is. Honduras. I'm seeing a picture of like a hand with an eyeball. Is it, it says that's an enemy in Kid Icarus. I'm not sure what that is, but I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I might have to try searching it on Steam. Anyway,
I will say this one more time, a community is a reflection of the streamer and the values they show. You only have an amazing community because you are amazing. Shoot didn't have anything bad to say. Logan uses light mode on Discord.
There we go, and I do. It is my worst crime. Thank you for the...
Logan, it's what you're playing.
Oh, this is Honduras. Okay, so that's like either the Japanese name, 100 line. Yeah, it's got to be the Japanese name for it. So thank you, Dagger. I don't know. I'm not cool enough to know that. I just finally today looked up the Danganronpa 2x2 is called 2x2, like a 2x4. I wasn't sure if it was 2x2 or 2x2, 2, something like that. So I'm learning new things, so thank you, Dagger. And thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you, Rukar, for the 10 bits and the extra 5 bits. That's the nickel I had for us getting vored by a worm twice. So thank you very much. Really quickly, there's a couple more comments over on YouTube. Dermo says, I've had the same symptoms for over a week now. It sucks. I'm sorry, Dermo. Dermo, I hope you get feeling better. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I don't know what usually helps for you, but I hope that whatever does, that you are able to do it and you get feeling better. Frizzly said, oof, I've gone through 4 mice. Each death is so sad. And we are just talking about computer mice, right? Because dead, like, living mice would be awful. The worst is that, like, when it dies, you can't do anything. I remember I had to, like, dig out an old crappy one in order to, like, use my computer until I could go buy a new one. Frizzly says, mice 4 and 6 have been retired, so their deaths are delayed. For now, I think I still have my old mouse around here somewhere. It's like a trophy. But anyway, let's play some of the game. Gaku is here. Oh, that's right. So last time, for a recap, we have been tasked. We have like 5 days total to recruit all 5 of the non-fighters to fight. And we spent 2 days getting Tsubasa. Her whole thing is that she vomits. And so we got her a barf bag to stuff her face into. And she's like fine with that because it's stylish. And we often to throw up with her. And we bonded over puke. And so now Gaku is here. And I think we're going to find out whatever it is we need to get him. I don't know if maybe it's going to be every single time we just need to craft a present for each of these people, but that's probably what it's gonna be.
Why won't I fight? Because I'm scared, obviously.
After filling up on the sandwiches I had brought him. Oh, that's right. So we went over to his. Oh, yeah, because this is his place because it's covered in trash and empty root beer bottles? Gaku revealed the reason why he won't fight.
I mean, how is it not scary? What the heck are those invader monsters anyway? They're like straight from a manga. There's no way I can face them. I'd rather get kicked out of school than have to fight them.
Well, if you get kicked out of school, you have to fight them and won't have magic resurrection pods. If you get kicked out, you're guaranteed to die. Isn't it better to fight and live longer than say? Here you're guaranteed to live.
I'm telling you, I can't. I can't help it. I'm scared. How can all of you be fine fighting those monsters?
Maybe what we need to get him is like a blindfold and earplug so he can just like flail his sword and not know what he's doing and whom he's killing.
You're the ones who are crazy, not me. Must have a couple of screws loose.
It's not like we want to fight either, but we have no other choice if we want to protect what matters to us the most. If we don't defend the school, everyone in the Tokyo residential complex is in danger, including my hot almost girlfriend. I mean, don't you have people you care about? If we don't fight the invaders here, they might get killed.
People I care about. I don't care about people. People. Oh, now it actually is sad. I don't have anyone like that.
Don't you at least have like a dog, maybe?
Huh?
What? But your family.
I don't have a family. I'm an orphan who was abandoned as a baby. I have a lightning bolt scar on my forehead and was forced to sleep under the staircase of an uncle and aunt who hate me very, very much. And then, one day when I was sitting in the parlor, after sustaining injuries from fighting some thugs in the street, a bat crashed through my window and gave me an idea to become a bat. I worked and survived at the poor group home that took me in.
Well, don't you have friends at the group home? I found myself falling silent. I had no idea Gaku had such a past. I see. Sorry, I didn't know. This is getting sad. I'm going to read a couple more comments in the chat to cheer me up because this is sad. Weedle says to Crystal, "Hoi!" Quickita said, "Got my guide, even though we're not going to need it. Just so I know what's coming up so I can be evil in my head if I want to." Castle said, "Oh, that was a pinned message earlier. I don't deserve you. Bonk. Deal with it." Quickita says, "Captions where we got bored by a worm." Well, I mean, if you're not into vor, then maybe it's boring. It's boring. Vera says, "Oh, that was pinned earlier." Nora says, "No, it wasn't related to game. It just happened sometimes, like wave of feelings. Worthless, I guess. It's not like that often, but it happens during stream once times, and it sucks. Didn't help that my mods were going, give up Nora /HJ. Crystal says, rip Blossom the mouse. Vera says, I had a wired mouse, and now I'm borrowing my brother's wireless mouse. It's odd to use. Crystal says, we meant give up the game, and Nora's crying. Well, the thing about the wireless mouse was nice, but I feel like it would sometimes like lose communication and wouldn't respond right away, so it wasn't as great with games. Kind of. Over on YouTube, Dermo says, Danganronpa 2x2. So, 4. I mean, it is. I mean, I guess if you count Ultra Despair Girls as a game, because it's not like the 4th game. There are other spin-off games. But yeah. Yeah, 2x2. 2x2. It's like, though, if Danganronpa 2x2 would be allowed on Noah's Ark, so both the Danganronpas could get it on and make Danganronpa babies. Derma said, touch wood. I've been using the same mouse for at least 5 years. Is that like the cooler way of saying knock on wood is just touch wood? Because that could be just like a light touch wood, or it's like you touch the wood. Either way, I'm sure the wood appreciates it. So, okay, it's back in the game because it's sad.
Whatever, I don't really care. Besides, being an orphan isn't all bad. I mean, sometimes Batman needs a sidekick, and I'm like, sure, suit me up. Because all I gotta do is look out for myself. I don't give a crap about the Tokyo residential complex.
But are you sure? If the Tokyo residential complex goes down, everyone dies. You might not have any family, but there are hot girls out there. Hot girls you might someday want to say inappropriate comments to. But surely you have people you don't want to see die.
I told you I don't! I struggle enough looking after myself! It's been like this my whole life. I'm only looking out for number one. That's right, I look where I pee, but I do not look where I go number two. Okay, we're done here. Go home.
Wait, hold on. Just hear me out.
I told you I won't fight. If you want me to risk my life so much, then bring me money. Money's the only thing I'll risk my life for.
Oh, so he just needs a salary. Okay. I mean, at least greed is a reliable incentive.
Bring me a fat stack of bills. Oh, it's gotta be thick. Oh, it's gotta be so fat. And then we'll talk.
Huh?
You don't know it yet, but you can say inappropriate things to the girls here too.
That's what we should tell them. It's like, yeah, Gaku, there are cute anime girls here that you can be inappropriate to. Other characters in other games have certainly been inappropriate, so I don't know why he isn't allowed. So thank you very much, Dagger, for putting things into the proper perspective. Money?
Judge me all you want. I don't care what people say. This is how I live my life. If you're not gonna pay me, then get the heck out of here. Shoo!
Can we craft money? What does he even need money here for? All the food is free. I mean, I don't know if you can buy stuff from the Craft-O-Matic or Gift-O-Matic or whatever it was called. Whack! Oh. Gaku pushed me right out of his room. Also, would it be more efficient if we got sandwiches for everybody and took like an hour and met with everybody, then we could like multitask whatever it is we need to help them with? Well, that didn't work. Seems like the only way he'll hear me out is if I actually bring him money. But nobody has money here. We were basically brought here with just the clothes on our backs. If I can't pay him money, maybe I can give him some sort of gift instead. Maybe like some gold bars or a diamond. I'll have to bribe him with something else. In any case, I need to get him to open up to me. Let me try making a gift for Gaku using the Gift-O-Matic in the rec room. But what will get him to open up to me? What's something he wants? Something with monetary value. No point trying to think of something on my own. I'll go ask the others and see if they have any ideas. All right, let's save our game, because we've already made a tiny bit of progress. I can't remember which save we were on. We've been staggering. So with this one, yes.
Looking mighty magical today, Mr. Lunga. You must be some sort of large, mystical father figure or something. Like a big magic daddy or something. Boo.
I still don't think I'm a big magic daddy. Is it that I got a haircut? That my hair is suddenly shorter? I do feel like anytime, I don't know what's like with you guys, I feel like anytime I get a haircut, it always takes several days for like me to grow into the haircut. But thank you, Oak! How are you? Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's right, we can fast travel, so we just need to go talk to people. So there's Darumi in the hallway in the first floor. So everybody's got like purple exclamation points. So I'm guessing they all have things to say. So we'll start on the third floor and work our way down. We'll talk to Hiruko first. See if she knows what can get us some fat stacks of cash, as the kids are wont to say. Let's see, Cass with some emotes. Crystal says, you know we love you, Norman. Nora says, I hope you fall down on the No, I'm not going to say that again. Castle says, Honda Civic.
Hiruko, my queen.
She's a little intimidating. I could definitely see a certain contingent of the fandom liking her. The same people that liked, giant vampire lady in Resident Evil 8. Not my cup of tea, but I am not gonna yuck your yum, Dagger. So thank you for those 10 bits. Do we get new stuff if we click the other things in here again? East camera, all good. West camera, all good too. All systems green. Yeah, I sound like a real operator there. I wouldn't want to damage any of these important looking machines, so I'd better not touch them. Huh? It's not working. Did it break down? But how? Oh no, how will Darumi play her arrow games? A machine gun protecting the defense system. We're not allowed to go near the system without permission. So there's a little bit of new stuff. I peeked into the war room and saw Hiruko typing something on the computer with a serious look on her face. What you doing, Hiruko? I'm looking over footage of past battles and making a record. A record? A record of how many invaders and which commanders we took out. Basically, I'm creating objective data detailing how much we've contributed to this war. She's even doing administrative work? She might be hard to get along with, but she's certainly brilliant and capable. Is that what you like, Dagger? You like a brilliant and capable girl boss? Isn't that a lot of work? Obviously, you think I want to do this boring work. Well, I don't. But it's still important. We need to keep these kinds of records. Or they might try to shortchange us when it comes to our reward when the war is over. Reward? Oh, that's what we gotta do to bribe Gaku. Tell him that, but if the more you fight, like Hiruko's gonna keep track, the more you fight, the more you kill, the more money you'll get later on. It's deferred gratification or payment, but I mean, it might work. Didn't I mention it? These invaders have a pretty nice bounty on their heads. That's what Sirei said, at least. If that's true, then we're not fighting for free? That's why I'm documenting all this for you, so that doesn't happen. So there are rewards for taking out the invaders. I might be able to use this information later when I'm trying to get Gaku on board. I don't think we need to talk to anybody else. That's all we gotta say. By the way, do you know if there's anything Gaku might want? Huh? Sorry, never mind. I forgot you don't like people. It's important to keep a record. If there's no objective data, they might skimp on our rewards when the war is over. Okay, next room. Takemaru and then Eito. Bow, 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 bow. Let's see, Nora says, I hope the Logan Robo community knows I wouldn't be who I am without this community at all. I'm trying to decide whether it's an appropriate joke or not. Say, like, is that a compliment or is that a complaint that we've turned you into who you are? But no, you're great, Nora, and thank you. Nora said, no more vomit talk. I'm sorry, sometimes it just comes out. It just spills right out of my mouth. Sometimes talking about that and then kind of dribbles down the cheek and it gets up in the back of my nose. So when I drink some water afterward, I also kind of got to snort it up there and swish it around. I'm sorry. Why? Actually, why do I say why? I know why. I'm sorry. Dagger says, glad I'm not going to get spoiled because I'm already further into the story. Well, and I play slowly, so... Thank you, Crystal, for light mode. But yeah, Dagger, I play so slowly, I don't think you're in any danger of me catching up anytime soon. Well, what day are you on in the story, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that's right. Can we click other things again? Look at stuff? Yeah, look at... There's something here. There we go. Oh, no, we don't need it. We'll read the manual. We'll check it. The manual for the VR machine in the training room. I don't like reading manuals. I like reading automatics. Let's see. Over on YouTube, Frilzy says, haircuts are an investment. The worse they look freshly cut, the better they'll look for longer when growing out. Is that true? Should I just tell the lady who cuts my hair to just like butcher it, because then it will be magnificent later on? Sveta, welcome back! Says, good evening, how are you, Sveta? Brian Steffer said, welcome back to you, saying, yo, how are you? And Dermo says, hello, good to see the both of you. Hi, welcome, how's your week going? Something Gaku might want. What about some needles and thread? Huh? Needles and thread? A needle pulling thread? Wasn't that from like the do re mi do, a deer, a female deer, something? Oh, so a needle pulling thread. Apparently Gaku's good at sewing, and he don't seem like no amateur. Once he looked at the embroidery on my jacket and got all worked up. Oh, seriously, it was gross. The things that he tried to do. He was all like, he talks like this. He talks, not bad embroidery, but I couldn't do something like that easy. So Gaku can sew. So he sews. He's so at sewing. I'm surprised that Gaku has such a domestic side to him. Where do you think he learned how to sew? Well, he's the oldest of a big family. Was he lying about being an orphan? He's the oldest of a big family. Or is he just lying to everybody? Is he a liar to everybody? After having to sew up the clothes his brothers ripped up in and day out, he just got good at it. Who was he lying to? Huh? Big family? That's not what he told me. He said he was an orphan. Apparently, he's got over 20 siblings. Okay, yeah, he's lying to both of us. Like, holy crap, right? What did they do to his mom? They must have torn her up. Popping out babies like that left and right. Well, I'm sure the woman's a saint, but wow. Guess that every family's got their issues. Wait a second. Maybe those are the other foster kids living in the group home. Oh, maybe that's what it is. And he's the oldest because he's obnoxious and nobody wanted to adopt him? But if that's the case, turns out he's got a family after all. I should make a note of this. Gaku's got a family of foster siblings. Okay, so they weren't all pooped out by one lady. It was multiple women's baby poopage going on. We can't talk about vomit, but I can talk about pooping babies. That's right. That's the rules that you guys have established for me. Oh, I forgot to talk to him a second time in case he has different dialogue. I'm back, Takamaru. Just want to see if you got something else to say. Bro, Gaku's got over 20 siblings. Like, holy crap, right? But I guess every family's got their issues. Oh, that was it. Okay, let's go into here now. Let's see. Queen said, oh yeah, Logan, remember how I showed off my Dongan 2 art book at the server? Yes, I remember. Turns out they flat out showed some guides and characters' favorite items in this book, so may use it for 2x2. The question is, will they change that? I hope they don't like change a lot of stuff arbitrarily just to show this is a different timeline. Because like I feel like if you go back in time and you change one event, that shouldn't change like.
Logan, how many times have you referred to pooping out a baby? If you keep going, it's gonna end up turning into a counter.
Honestly, I think not enough. It is my mission in life to replace the word birthing with pooping. It's no longer childbirth. It's child poop. I don't know. I just think it's funny. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that, Oak. But no, it's so like, I hate it when the time travel stories don't make sense. I know that like, or not time travel, like alternate timeline stories don't make sense. I get butterfly effect. You change one thing, a lot of things will change, but it has to make logical sense. Like I hated in DC Comics when they did their Flashpoint thing and you go back in time and it's like, all right, so Barry Allen's mom died and so, or didn't die or whatever the change was. And so as a result, Bruce Wayne was killed instead of his parents in the alley. It's like, no. You could say that a butterfly effect would be that they didn't go to the movies that night, but like changing who gets like that makes no sense. So I hope they wouldn't change like who likes what, you know? Oak says, I'm here. My dad and I were watching a show and we got very invested. What was the show? I was thinking the other day, I still need to find where Twin Peaks is streaming. Oak. Over on YouTube, Termo says, I like the idea of Darumi using this massive defense computer setup just for Aerogay. I have a feeling that word is concorned? Oh, because you put spaces in Aerogay. Okay, that it's like censored. Okay, I got you. Well, I mean, she literally like did that. Like the first time we saw her in there for Hangout, she's like, that's what she wanted to do. That's what it happened, huh?
Just saw a post that said when Yutaro Hanamura takes off his stupid little hat to reveal a protagonist Hojafter Hajime dies in chapter 1 had to share with everyone.
I still wonder if there's going to be a swerve, like a different protagonist swerve. I doubt it'll be a chapter 1 thing. I mentioned this, no, I can't say that yet because I was going to say something about the final chapters, but Nora hasn't played that one yet. Nora, you need to finish Danganronpa and then play Danganronpa 2. It's the best one in the series. Danganronpa 1 is good, but Danganronpa 2 is so good. It's so good. But yes. There we go. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I stopped myself before I said spoilers, but because I can't talk about that here. But I want to. I've not theories, but like guesses about stuff they might try to do. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Thank you. Fruzy says she totally would. Sveta says, I'm okay, just kind of sick, wet coughing and all. Oh, that's awful when you're coughing up stuff. I'm so sorry, Sveta. You and Derma both need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Can we like send you vibes of chicken noodle soup? Sveta says, your accusation of Gaku lying to Takamaru and Takamaru reminded me of that Nagito Komaeda made up his backstory so people would feel bad for him meme. Freaking Nagito. I mean, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to most about Danganronpa 2x2 is just to bring back shouting freaking Nagito. Every time Nagito pulls a Nagito. Fruzy says, I love when characters just straight up lie in video games. Reminds me of another Danganronpa character in V3. It's a lie. Derma says, Fruzy, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but I ironically love that. No, I think it works. It's fun. The liar is like a fun character type. That's why I was sad that Alonzo in Metaphor wasn't lying about certain things. Blackboard! This monitor's gotta be running on cutting-edge technology. I don't wanna know how much I'd have to pay to get a damaged one replaced. We're on day 87, or countdown now. When the countdown hits a lucky number, it actually feels a little special. Okay, nothing really new. Let's talk to Eito. A present for Gaku? What about clothes? Clothes? I guess his outfits are always patched up. He doesn't have a lot of clothes, or the money to buy more. I see, so he doesn't have the means. The Aristotle means. So I think he'll be very happy if you give him clothes. But I can't just bring him any old clothes. I need to bring him fetish-made outfits, because I can tell he's a perv. It'll have to be something he likes maybe a bit too much. If I'm gonna get him clothes, I need to research his tastes. Well, anything else? Do you have anything about his tastes there? He doesn't have a lot of clothes or the money to buy more. So I think he'll be very happy if you give him clothes. All right, let's see if maybe Darumi downstairs knows any more. She's the last person I think that is available to talk to.
That's why I'm a fun character type. I lie for comic relief to fill that role in the Logan Mods archetypes.
I didn't know that our mods had like full-on archetypes. I dig it though. I like you being a fun character type. I enjoy it very much. And thank you, Vera, for the 10 bits. I still want to play Peak with you at some point. I want to play Peak with, but every time I'm trying to set up an appointment for Peak with IRL friends, it falls through. Vero, can we play Peak together? And thank you for the 10 bits. Darumi! Look, Takumi, look what I found. What's that? A surgical scalpel. Please take that away from her. She is the last person that should have a knife. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. I can't believe I found such a nice blade. It must be my lucky day. Just think how much easier I can do my cutting of other things. Please tell me that wasn't a lighthearted joke about that. I've known people who've done that type of stuff. It makes me very sad. Darumi swung the scalpel around as she ran down the hallway. She's acting like a psychotic slasher. Okay, so we need to check the... Oh, it takes me right there to the Gift-O-Matic. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what present to get for Gaku. Are we gonna need to use that scalpel as one of the ingredients for a sewing kit? Or clothes to sew? A present for Gaku? Well, what about clothes? Gaku's always wearing patched up clothes, so a gift related to clothing might be good. Although, giving him clothes isn't a good plan. Eido's dumb. I'm sure he has his own taste and style, so the chances of him liking whatever clothes I pick are low. Apparently, Gaku's good at sewing, and he don't seem like no amateur. According to Takemaru, Gaku can sew, and pretty well at that. Then what about giving him a sewing kit? He'd be able to wear whatever clothes he wants and keep wearing his current clothes by mending them whenever he needs to. And tell him the money thing, right? That seemed important. I searched the Gift-O-Matic for sewing-related gifts. After a few minutes of searching... Sewing kit! A sewing kit with all the tools needed for any project. In the hands of an expert, it's better than a machine. So let me guess, we need another key item for it, yeah? A sewing kit. This looks good. The materials I need are needles, thread, scissors, and cotton. Oh crap, we gotta go gather those for everybody. Okay, needle, thread, scissors, and cotton. That's a lot of materials. Gathering them all is gonna be a pain. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. Oh, so we're gonna venture out there and collect all the stuff. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. Oh, or maybe we don't have to go out. Maybe she has, no, she'll probably have everything but one, right? Then we'll have to be you gotta lead us out to where the hospital is doing it the last thing. If the place Darumi found was a surgical facility, they might have needles and thread for stitching. It's also sure to have scissors. And if there are medical cotton pads, that might work in place of the cotton. Okay, I'll go exploring tomorrow. You asked Darumi to... Okay, we're going exploring tomorrow. Can we use the rest of the day to talk to I don't know, Shoma or something? We only have so many days. I'll have Darumi show me the abandoned hospital so I can gather the materials. We're bad at using our time. Let me read a couple of comments in the chat. I gotta scroll back up in the YouTube chat. Let's see, Nora says, Queen Katie, whenever I hear vor, I remember what I heard the word for the first time, and that was because Ruby, ... you know. Did Ruby vor someone in that show? Queen Katie said, Nora, please don't remind me that's a memory I want to erase. Nora said, I can't forget it. You can't either. Queen Katie said, then do it to Crystal when they get there someday. Lol. Nora says, oh, yeah. Over on YouTube, I gotta scroll up on the YouTube chat a little bit there. Fruzy says, I'm being truthful. Turbo says, unironically. Whoops. Fruzy says, hey, not all maid outfits are worn by pervs. I know some are worn by maids. Just the rest are worn by pervs. Or people with Halloween costumes that are also perv. No, yeah, there's also a little bit pervy. Let's see, Sveta says, Ato, you have no right judging Gaku's clothes. You're wearing a white hazmat suit. It looks so hot in there. I still suspect that Ato might secretly be Karuwa with short hair. And so the big poofy parka might be to cover up the womanly curves within. Sveta says, Takumi, show me what you have. Darumi says, a knife. Takumi says, no. Oh, that one meme. It's like, what do you got there? A knife? No. Durma says, Darumi's design has bandages on her upper arms. Does it? Have I not been paying enough attention? Stuff like that. Gloves or long sleeves, leggings are common for that. And just when I was starting to like her, ready to go find more scalpels for my cutting Takumi? Hey! You need to look for materials to make Gaku's present, Darumi! She's making me uncomfortable. This is making me very uncomfortable. Anything else we can click before we go? Entrance hall. Nothing for me to do in the schoolyard.
Takumi is so lucky to have two sickly pale love interests.
I know. Well, hang on. Are you talking about Karuwa and Ato or Karuwa and Darumi? I don't know what Darumi's into. I mean, do you think that when she played the eroge game with Takumi, it was to like kind of test the waters to see what he's into? See if he's into some cray-cray stuff? But thank you, Dagger, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. All right, let's, we saved, so I guess we got nothing to do but head out into the massive board game outside. I'm gonna read some more in the chat. Oh, and I gotta, it's just that. I gotta scroll a little bit. Nora says, Toad, please, check DMs, please. Oak says, okay, hold on, my computer. Hold on, my computer's updating. Dagger says, Hiroko is also a local giant lady. Like, did you see her height? What, like her cannon height? Huh?
Misleading question. Karuwa is Ito.
I'm sticking with it. I'm probably wrong. But you know what? It's the same vibe as Takaya is chairman, and I was wrong about that. But here's the great thing. Even if I'm wrong about it, if I am wrong about it, I'll never make a clip about it to post on TikTok or YouTube, and no one will ever know I was wrong. They'll think I'm good at guessing. See, that's my plan, my scheme. But thank you very much, Vera, for the 10 bits. Thank you. Okay, take me to the hospital, Darumi. Yo-ho! Okay, but don't get mad at me if I get lost. I don't see the bandages. Is it one of her other alternate outfits? Okay, way down there. I also want to look around. Last time we were here, there was a space that had a treasure chest. Yeah, because we went up there. Oh, there's a treasure chest. So maybe we have to. Oh, that one's behind fire. Is there any other? Oh, there's a treasure chest. Which one's closer? Okay, it looks like this treasure chest is a bit closer. Yeah, that one. Plus, that one's like a dead end. That's way in the heck out there. Let's aim for this treasure chest. Yeah. So let's head down there. Go to that treasure chest.
That's where you're wrong. If this theory is incorrect, I will post a clip of your theory and humiliate you on the internet so everyone knows you guessed something slightly incorrect greater than.
Not if I... Not if I tell people nicely not to watch it. Oh, this has like a lot of purple spaces leading up to it. Is that just like randomized, or does that mean it's extra good? I mean, I guess we could always just go down here and see what we roll. That's gonna be hard to get to, though. Let's try it. Yeah. You know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. The worst that can happen is that we die. And since when was that ever bad for anybody? So what is the question mark in? Is that a risky thing? You find a magic circle in some ancient ruins. It seems infused with a mysterious power. Try to spell make an offering. Make an offering sounds probably safer. Make an offering. You try to give an appropriate offering, and a dazzling light shone from this magic circle. You are granted some kind of spiritual protection. Okay, the chance of good stuff is up 50. Yay! Yay, I'm powerful. Okay, where do we go for 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yes, we want 4. Definitely want 4. We don't want to fight. We want to avoid fighting as much as possible. You feel a sudden strong gust of wind. A piece of trash is flying toward you. Okay, last time I think we caught the trash. It was something good, right? Grab the trash. Yeah, you were able to catch the flying trash. It was a tattered piece of cloth, possibly usable as crafting material. Got tattered cloth scrap. Yes! Okay, yes! 4 again, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's just keep going big numbers. 4. And 6, what does 6 get us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, that's a dangerous one. But it's like, it's a non-fighting danger. What's the other number we got? It's only 1. So 1 is a guaranteeing fight, and we only have 2 people. So I think this is probably bad. It's probably a bad decision. Let's go with a 6. Yeah. Continue exploring. Oh, we get to roll again! Yay! Okay, so hang on. So 1 will land us there. Then we need 1, 2, 3. I feel like there's no way that we're not going to land on at least one of the purples. Let's try with the easy one first. Purple. You see a mummy on the roadside. What in the world is it doing there? Take its accessories. Give it a proper burial. Yeah, give it a proper burial. Show respect. Small red crystal. You dug a hole and respectfully buried the mummy. Suddenly you noticed a red gem at your feet. Was it a gift from the mummy?
This looks good.
It does look good. Okay, 3. What does 3 get us? Okay, 3 is materials. And then as long as we get more than 1, we can avoid the fight there. So let's do it the 3. No matter what, we're getting a purple. 3 down. Okay. Found a large piece of red cloth while exploring old houses. What could it be? A magic carpet, superhero cape, a pirate king's flag. It's a superhero cape. Hey! Turns out the piece of fabric was a superhero cape. Putting it on filled you with courage. Chance plus 50. Got a cool cape. Yeah! Oh, we're doing so good. Yeah!
This looks good.
It looks very good. I mean, 6 will take us all the way to the dead end, right? And then, yeah, so let's do 6 and just go all the way to the treasure chest.
Wow!
School uniform! 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we want 4, right? Because then that'll land it on a safe space. 2? Crap, we're gonna have to fight. Darn it, we gotta fight! Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I didn't need that school uniform. Enemy appeared! Crap. We gonna die. Quick, hey, to get your death counter ready. B.S. Dagger, do you remember offhand what Hiruko's height is? Oak says L. She's only 5'11". Couldn't be me. I'm better because I'm a 6'2" giant lady. Maybe Hiruko. Oh, the big guy. This is a big man for you. Maybe Hiruko wears heels or something like that. Okay. So we want to start with you.
It's killing game time.
Homicide, and if you do that, you'll take out both of them, and that'll be pretty good. Yeah. Let's do that. Because we haven't taken any damage yet, so we might be in fairly decent shape.
Ready when you are.
Side slash. That still won't be enough to kill these guys. I mean, that will at least... No matter what, both of those guys are surviving. So this way we would at least be doing some damage to the boss man as well. And then if we have her go a second time, she might be able to run over and wipe out those guys. There's only 4 bad guys left. Yeah. Yes, let's do that. Because we're also, if he has a response thing, we're outside of range for that. So let's do that. And then go back to Hiruko again. And you're gonna do your low kill me now. Oh crap, they're too far away. Oh darn it, we could have. That will kill one of them. Darn, I should have attacked both of them and do some damage to the other. Okay, so that's too far. That's too far. But let's do that at least.
Get away from me!
Oh, but then we got another AP, so maybe she can go again?
Let's go!
Homicide. Now we can wipe out those guys. Okay, we're doing decently. And then can she use her go again thing?
Fine.
Low, kill me now. And that'll kill him, so there'll only be, oh, there's 3 guys. There's that little guy back there I didn't see before. So yes, let's do that. We're really making use of her. But that's okay, that is okay. AP +1, oh, you wanna go again? Wanna go again, kiddo?
Here we go!
Homicide. Can we kill that thing? I mean, yeah, let's do it. Go over there, kill that thing. Then there's only 2, and so they can't do that much damage, right? There we go, it ends our turn. Enemy turn. The big guy's gonna hurt me a lot. The big guy's gonna hurt me a whole lot. Status effects, stat drops. Decreases to attack and move set can be removed by taking a defensive stance, as well as overridden by stat boosting effects. Player turn. Oh, and that's it? That's all you're doing? That's all you're doing. Okay. Can you still do a homicide on this thing? And then if you do that, and then if Protag attacks, that'll kill it, right? And then we only need to worry about the big guy. So, yeah. Oh crap, it only does 1 because the status thing. Oh, no, it did do 1. That's fine though, but this will finish it off. We should probably... Yeah, keep ourselves spaced out as much as possible from the big thing. And attack! So it's dead, and we only got 1 left. Can you still do the low kill me now? And attack that thing? And 2, and then maybe do 1 more? Do 1 more? You wanna do 1 more homicide on the thing there? And then do 1 more?
Seriously depressing.
And just kill it?
Go die in a fire!
Oh, he still has 1 hit point. Darn it! You have 0 MP. Okay, just please don't hurt us, buddy. Player turn. Oh, it's not doing anything.
Good to go.
Maybe he's peaceful, little gentleman? Okay, well let's kill it.
Yeah.
No, okay, that wasn't too. We got it unscathed. No, it did hurt one of us. A little bit.
We did it.
You guys were worried. I don't know why you guys were worried. Okay, we gotta go 3 because we don't want to land on a dangerous boss thing. So it's 3. 1, 2, 3. You see a tasty looking fruit lying on the ground. Ignore it and move on. You weren't about to eat litter, so you kept moving. Nothing happened. How much farther do we have to go? Where is it? Oh, it's there. Okay, so we just gotta go up and around the corner. So we're doing good. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, because we don't want another purple space. And then 3, 4, 5. Oh, almost there. 4 will get us there. Hey, you got needle, thread, scissors, and cotton. Yay. We did it. Hooray. Maybe I should have tried to land on that other green spot since we had so many hit points, but I just didn't want to risk it. All right, I got all the materials. Okay, can we go home then? I'm getting bored. I just want to go back to my room and play depressing arrow gaze. If we ever see her room, it had better have a computer on it. Yay! Oh, and we got the bonus increase on stuff. Yay! Let's see. Dagger said, "What is 6'2"? I'm a visual learner, by the way, JK. Well, I'm 6'0", so just imagine me, but like that. Let's see. Oak did the objection. Crystal did the light mode earlier. Nora said, "I'm gonna actually start crying." Vera says, "Laughing. Sewing kit. Sew it. Yes, craft it." Crafting complete! Yay! Yes. Let me read some more in the chat now that we're done with all that fighting and actual gameplay, and we can get back to the Goofy story. Nora said, "Thank you, Oak and Crystal. I love you both." Oak says, "Vero." Dagger says, "I'm like day 50-something. It's been so long since I played a story-focused game and not Souls-likes." Didn't you guys say, because I mentioned before that I'm thinking about playing some Hollow Knight soon, that's kind of, it's like Metroidvania but Souls-like. Is it just like with dodging and parrying and stuff like that? Vera says, I'm here! Nora says, Oak, is your computer updated? Oak says, yeah, I'm uploading the VOD right now. Kugita said, yeah, but we still have the updated version of the original game, so I assume some hangouts for that part of the game. Nora says, yay, that I can send it to Ray.
No offense, Logan, but I've only ever saw your head.
I take umbrage with that. These hands, shoulders. If you search far enough in the YouTube page, there are pictures of me and videos of me that are head to toe. You can see the entirety of my frame dagger. I'm just saying. Like when I posted improv videos and stuff like that, or that one time that I popped in on Z Diggity's stream and posted a screen cap, and people were like, what? Logan has like a full body. It's crazy. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. And I recommend those improv videos. I think they're fun. Let me take a look over at YouTube chat. Durba says, oh, message retracted, and playing an aerogay as a test so early is a wild move. Parentheses, I respect it. I've jokingly said, because I told you guys before about how one time when I went to San Diego Comic-Con, I went to the Adult Swim Carnival on the lawn behind the convention. And because you guys know Adult Swim, right? On Cartoon Network with all their funny shows. And you could play carnival games to win basically tickets or points or whatever and trade them in for prizes, just like at a regular carnival. And I won big on one of the games and got like the maximum number of tickets or points or whatever it was, and got the biggest prize they had, which was from Rick and Morty, the character Mr. Poopy Butthole. It was a body pillow of him. And I still have that on my couch back here. See? And I keep that there, and sometimes I've joked that's a test. If I ever invited a girl over to see her reaction to it, to gauge how cool she is. Oak says, I'd quote, it's no longer childbirth, it's child poop. This is a real thing. Oak, that is a real thing. Yes, the sewing kit's done. I immediately headed to Gaku's room with the newly made gift. If we're taking 2 days for everybody, we're not gonna get there's still 3. And we've got like 1 day left, I think.
It doesn't matter how many times you come over, I'm never gonna fight those invaders. The only way to convince me is with a sack full of money. The heck is this? A sewing kit.
Oh, and we're probably gonna have to do the persuasion thing with him like we did with Tsubasa also, right?
Wait, you're giving this to me?
Yeah, I figured you could use this sewing kit to make whatever clothes you wanted. Or you can just keep mending the clothes you already have. You're good at sewing, right?
All right, I gotta admit, this is pretty thoughtful. I just noticed some holes in my clothes.
Yes, that's a pretty good reaction. I can tell Gaku's expression is softening.
Look, I feel bad saying this after you give this to me and all, but I still can't fight with you. I'm seriously terrified of those invaders. As you can see, I'm not exactly the big macho Chad type. You assumed I was, based on my appearance and demeanor, but I'm not as macho as I seem at first glance.
No, I can tell. I can tell you're a wuss. I'm not asking you to fight just in exchange for this gift. More like a gift so I could get a chance to talk to you some more. Gaku, would you mind telling me why you're so against fighting? Persuasion! Now, this one we can't lose, right? Or was that just because Tsubasa was the first time doing it?
Why won't I fight? Isn't it obvious? It's because I'm freaking terrified!
I get dragged to this completely
You're such a chicken.
insane place,
Such a chicken.
and then they tell me
Chicken,
to go
bark,
fight
bark,
these
bark.
monsters?
Bark, bark, chicken.
What am I supposed to do?
Chicken.
What even are these invaders?
Good for
They
licking.
look like they came straight out of a manga. Yeah, no way. Doesn't matter how much you ask, I can't and I won't. I mean,
You're a chicken.
you tell me. How can you guys even bring
You can
yourselves
make
to
bank
fight
if
them?
you fight!
Seems like
Oh, he loves that. Perfect.
Gaku, if you fight, you can make money.
If you fight, you can make money.
What? Make money?
Oh, he's blushing. He's attracted to money carnally. According to Hiroko, every invader you bag nets you a bounty reward. If you fight the invaders with us, you'll be able to make some serious cash.
No freaking way! So you're saying this could be a way out of being broke?
No, not just that. We actually have a chance of hitting it big and getting rich. I wish that was the entire persuasion, just like rockets to the top. Gaku, come fight with us. Let's get through this war and make a ton of cash. I extended my hand and urged him to participate in the coming battles, but Gaku wouldn't take my hand. Instead, he averted his gaze and bit his lip.
Is this sexy? I hear lip biting is sexy.
What's the matter? You don't want money?
Yeah, I do. Real bad. You have any idea how long I've been broke? I'd gladly risk my life. No, 2 of my lives, but no more than that. For a big payout.
Then?
But if I decide to fight here and help you take out the invaders, then all those jerks in the Tokyo residential complex would be saved too, and I want them dead. I didn't say this before, but I am a murderous son of a gun.
Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
No way, it's not fair.
Not fair.
I told you I'm an orphan, right? I grew up poor in a group home. You may not know this, but orphans want to kill people. Every orphan has a code. We're just biding our time till we can murder people. Society pretty much treats you like dirt when you're a poor orphan. No matter how much I asked for help, those jerks in the complex never gave me the time of day. That's all I wanted, just know the time of day. I can't afford a watch.
They didn't help me, so why should I help them?
That was voice. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat. I'm going to try to not spend too much time in the chat with this because I know the background is really trippy for Queen Katie. Oak says we were watching...
Takumi fits the code.
Wait, Takumi... he's not an orphan. We saw his mom at the beginning, right? And I think he alluded to his dad, right? But we can let Takumi in on the code, I think. But thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you. Oak says we're watching Dexter. We got to episode 8 of season 2, which is a very large cliffhanger to end on. I need to go back and try some more. I mentioned before, I read the books before watching Dexter. And so I watched the first season, and I was kind of put off by a lot of the changes they made. Because the first season is basically the first book, but with a lot of padding. But then again, the third Dexter book was weird. It got into this bizarre, like, supernatural territory. It was like everyone who was a serial killer is possessed by an evil spirit that can communicate with the evil spirits possessing other serial killers. And it was weird. It was just like out of the blue. I mean, he had always referred to like that nagging voice in the back of his head that told him to kill as like a dark passenger, but it suddenly became like a real character that was basically a ghost, and it was strange. It was weird. There was also a very important character that dies in the first book that just survives in season 2, and that was odd. Nora said, well, I was gonna play Danganronpa tonight. Well, what stopped you? Dagger said, sometimes Ato's sprites remind me of Komeda so much I'm starting to miss him. Well, freaking Nagito will be back soon enough. Nora said, you lie a lot, yeah. Crystal said, what archetype am I? Vera said, the fun liar. Nora said, evil. I don't know what archetype means. We did a whole metaphor refantasy and you still don't know archetypes? Vera said, we can play Peek together if you want to, please. Sorry if I'm putting you on the spot in front of everybody so you couldn't say no. Over on YouTube, Derma says, that would terrify me, ... in any context. And then, well, was it the lip biting? Well, would. Fruzy said, you never know. It's been a few days. Anything could happen to Takumi's parents. That's true. He could be a freshly orphaned lad. I mean, that's what Dick Grayson was. Technically, Bruce Wayne spent like 8 years being not an orphan.
They didn't help me, so why should I help them?
How is that fair?
Fair? Now's not the time to be thinking about fair.
Oh, shut up! You grew up in a happy family. I bet you had a childhood friend who was hot and would come over your mom and be like, when you guys gonna get married? I don't want to hear crap from you. Seriously, like, our rooms aren't soundproof. I can hear when you crap.
Gaku started breathing heavily as he shut me down.
Oh, he breathing heavily. I'm breathing so heavily.
His hatred toward the society that abandoned him is Gaku's true reason for not fighting. He'll never agree to join us until this hatred is addressed. Well, before when we were with Tsubasa, we're like, I'll vomit with you. Maybe we can go like, when this is done, I'll help you murder civilians.
Hey!
Gaku! I'm here if you want to talk about it. No actual murder. I'd love to know everything you've been through. I decided to ask Gaku about his past to see if I could find a way to change his mind.
You want to know how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex?
Yeah, let's hear it.
17.
Simultaneously.
I was working
Sounds like you've had it hard.
365 days a year.
I think that's too
I worked every day
wishy-washy.
until I was about to collapse, and I don't have a single penny to my name. It all went to
Not a
running the
single
group home.
I want to
never got
help you.
Any time to myself.
Okay, let's wait till we see a third
Isn't that
one.
messed up?
Let's see what the next one is.
So I asked adults for help to show some love to our home.
Okay.
But we got nothing. Politicians ignored our request for assistance.
Okay.
I went to companies to ask for donations and got tea thrown in my face.
Not all of them are bad. Okay, good. There we go.
Not everyone in the TRC is a bad person.
Some of them are hot people.
No, they're all trash.
Oh, crap. I thought that was
They've
good.
never helped me once.
Oh, is it going to go down?
None of them are worth saving.
Did I reverse my social link?
All those losers in the Tokyo residential complex
Oh, save your siblings.
can all get killed by the invaders for all I care.
Save your siblings. Ah, there we go. Reminding him about the people he actually cares about.
Save your siblings.
My siblings!
Takemaru told me, you're the oldest in a group home and you have a lot of foster siblings. If the complex gets destroyed, they'll all die. You're fine letting the invaders massacre your entire family?
Only some of them. And some of them I really want to die.
Gaku fell silent. He seemed rattled. As much as he seems to hate the complex at large, there's no way he'd just abandon his family. He's bound to change his mind once he realizes his siblings are in danger.
No, I'm still not fighting. I changed my mind. I want them dead. I want them dead.
What? Don't you even care if your whole family gets killed?
Nope, not at all. They're not my family. It's not like we're blood related. That's all I care about. I'm really into those like really creepy manga where there's a stepsister. It's like, we're not blood related, Oni-chan, and then I want that so bad. They're just strangers who happen to live in the same group home as me, and I, for some reason, do not believe in found families.
What's wrong with you? You may not be blood related, but you're still family.
Not only are they not family, they're a huge burden. I've had to suffer my entire life because of those stupid brats. Just thinking about it ticks me off. They freaking used me.
He's not a good person. Let me have a sip of water. I don't think I've even started my water bottle. We're a third of the way through the stream. I'm getting thirsty. And I'm reading a couple more comments to chat. Let's see. Crystal says, I am not a liar to Logan. To Nora, yes. Nora says, Darumi. Crystal says, I'm a liar to Nora. Nora said, I suddenly feel great fear for Darumi. Me too. That was unsettling. Vera said, I don't know, I made up the archetype thing. We can come up with one right now. I like this. I want us to have mod archetypes. Nora said, just get scissors from Jack Obvi, huh?
That's my silly rabbit. The more I see of him, the more I love him.
Yeah, he's just a silly rabbit that wants to kill everybody. I mean, some animals are like that. Some hamsters will eat their young. And yet, Hamtaro was still a show. Was it Queen Katie who was a big fan of Hamtaro? I assume they had episodes where that happened, where like the female hamster would give birth to a litter and they would just like eat their babies. They had to have had that, right? But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Vero. Oh man, those hiccups came back again. Vera says, ooh, tried to come with archetypes for the mods. Failed. No, you didn't fail. We can brainstorm together. Castle says, quote, hiding the womanly curves within, words to run away from really fast. Well, it's Ato. It's Ato doing that. Vera said, I'll do it when my brain wakes up. Nora says, I still love Darumi. Dagger says, Takumi and Ato. Darumi is the girls. Darumi is for the girls, I'm afraid. Okay, and over on YouTube, Dermo says, the rooms actually aren't soundproof. Unfortunately. Is that going to be like a plot point? We're probably going to hear something really inappropriate happening later.
Just thinking about it ticks me off. They freaking use me. If it weren't for them, my life wouldn't be as miserable. Those brats can go die.
What game did we play where there was a die? No, that was this one. That was Darumi, wasn't it? Okay, that's it. We're shipping Gaku and Darumi.
I hope the invaders kill every single one of those brats.
Okay. Oh, it went up! Why did it go up? He's just that much happier about killing children. Okay, what's with this guy, really? I get his anger toward the Tokyo residential complex, but why his family as well? They went through the same hardships. Is it because they keep getting adopted and he doesn't? Gaku, why are you so angry at your family? Would you mind telling me, bro? I need to abate Gaku's anger and get him to fight. I decided to try again.
The reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to earn enough money to feed my siblings.
So, because you care about them.
Every cent I earned disappeared into their stomachs.
Because you cared about them.
I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even afford to buy a single shirt.
Because you cared about them.
Despite all that, they never even thanked me
That's
once.
just how kids
They just
are. That's not
complained
compelling.
about how there was never enough food or snacks. They treated me like a slave. If anything broke, they figured I'd fix it. They ripped their shirt, Gaku will mend that too.
Because you're like their dad.
I must have mended their clothes thousands
Oh, you
of
sound like a
times
mom. That's gotta be
stayed
it, right?
up all night.
You sound like a mom. Oh, crap, he doesn't like that.
You sound like a mom.
No, that's good. Should I have said dad instead?
Who are you calling him mom? I would have killed for a mom. Bring me a rich, nurturing biddy who will give me all the chicken tenders I want.
There's nothing I can say to Gaku when he gets like this. I need to do something to get him to express what he's really feeling. Retry persuasion. Okay, so I still don't think it's the first one. We'll wait and see what the third one is.
The reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to
Earn enough money to feed my siblings.
Every cent I earned
disappeared into their stomachs. Yeah.
I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even afford to buy a single shirt. And despite all that, they never even thanked me once. They just
He was put
complained
in
about
this
how there was
situation
never enough
against his will,
food or
Logan.
snacks.
Why would he be grateful?
They treated
He
me
was
like
as
a
much of
slave.
an orphan as them.
If anything broke, they figured I'd fix it.
I mean,
They ripped their
yeah,
shirt,
but I mean,
Gaku
you'd still
will
think
mend
that
too.
you'd have common human
I must have
compassion.
mended their clothes thousands of times.
But
I'd stay up all
Sound like a
night
mom.
just
Again,
to
it's a
sew for them.
compliment. It's like
They're
family stuff.
little
Thank you for the 10
parasites
bits.
that drained me of my time and money.
Parasites, drain time. We got to check the third ones. But thank you for the 10 bits.
Free time and money for myself.
Okay, what's the next one?
I could have bought new clothes, eaten some good food, maybe even moved out on my own.
Okay.
Give me back my time and money. Damn it! Just die! Die!
Enough already! Just shut up! Oh crap! Okay, so it's the first one.
Enough already.
Not until society gives me what I'm owed. I live in a society. I turn into such a piece of trash because society sucks. That's right, I have no accountability for my actions. It's all society's fault, not mine.
There's nothing I can say. Okay, so I gotta try. It was the first one, apparently. Retry persuasion. Oh, this is taking a while. Can I skip through these? Oh, I can. So I didn't know I could skip through. There we go. That's just how kids are. What? Okay, I guess there's a fourth one.
That's just how kids
That's how kids are, though.
Well, I'm just a boy. I'm just a skater boy. I said, see you later, boy. I wasn't good enough for her. My life is a nightmare. I'm the one making sacrifices. How is that fair?
He wants an Avril Lavigne baddie. There's nothing I can say. Okay, so there's a fourth one. Yeah, retry persuasion. So yeah, it's not the first one. Not that how kids are. It's not you sound like a mom. And it's not enough already.
Die! The invaders can kill every last one of those brats. I wouldn't even shed a tear.
Okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we just keep our mouths shut. He just needed to vent. Okay. I didn't know that was an option. Okay, so if we don't like any of them, we just don't do anything.
Die! They can all die! They all deserve to die! They all should just die. Bloodlust is fading as my blood sugar lowers.
Logan, has anyone ever told you that you sound like a mom?
No, I think I would take that as a compliment. In comparisons to moms and dads, I want to be a parent someday. Isn't that a parent? Ha ba 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 ba. Nothing wrong with that. My mom is the best. Moms are great. It's a compliment. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. Thank you. Kugita said, Transcaro is the best theory in my opinion. Vera said, doing art if I'm needed. Let me know via Discord or make Logan yell at me. Vero! We just love you. We just love you. That's all. Vera with Lurk. Thank you for the Lurk, Vero. Nora says, rating to this. Eating tacos. That's what you were saying. Crystal says, I am here just lurking because I'm discussing 100 line spoilers. Wait, have you played the game, Crystal? It says, same lol. Me and Crystal are just yapping wildly about 100 line. Nora said, I'm watching Big Brother with my mom, but also watching this. Crystal says, wild 100 line routes. Dagger says, I played Silksong recently. Let's just say I was rage baited a lot, but the gameplay feels so much more fun than the original game, and NPCs are so cute. Aww. Okay, let's play a little bit more. Play a bit more. Again, we can't leave it on this for long because Queen Katie doesn't like the spinnies.
They all should just die. But then, why? Why do I love them all so much? Why is it when I imagine them being killed,
I start crying?
It's because you don't want them to die. Not really.
But if you think about it, it'd be way better. I'd be way better off without them. They don't add any benefit to my life.
Family's not about benefits. You can be friends with benefits. You can't be family with benefits. You should know that better than anyone. To be fair, Ima and Kako, they might be family with benefits. I don't know. It's weird. Let's just not think about it. You're trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them when you know you can't. You're only making yourself suffer. How about you give up and just accept it? Fight to save your siblings.
You want me to save the little brats who ruined my life? My life sucks! Was I a panty thief in my previous life?
95, we're almost there. We only need 5% more.
Gaku, if you don't want to help the Tokyo residential complex, that's fine. I'm not doing this to save the world either. Honestly, as long as I can protect what matters most to me, that's all I care about.
Yes, my childhood friend who is hot to me, and my mom who's probably hot to other people.
You have a hot mom? I didn't know that. Is your dad often not at home? I mean, that gives me something to fight for.
I took a step closer to him and stared right into his eyes, telling him my mom is lonely so often.
You don't need to save the Tokyo residential complex. You don't even need to let go of your
Is Gaku Haifumi's son BC? He has the same 3 face in his distress yelling portrait.
Maybe Hifumi was Mpreg with Gaku, and that was the real reason he was so large. Because he just thought that as a dude that he couldn't give birth, and so he just kept that baby in until it was full grown, and Gaku was just that, and then exploded, and that's why Gaku was an orphan. I accept this headcanon that you have, Oak, that's what you came up with. Thank you for the 10 bits. And we have a pin message. Crystal says, oh wait, Crystal, did you change colors? The pin message looks like red or something, red or orange. Says, I have not played the game, but I watched gameplays, discovered 3 routes. One was much, much better than the first 2 routes I watched. I was traumatized, broken heart. Well, Well, this first one's the default route, right? So it hopefully won't traumatize you too much. Let's keep going, though. You don't need to save the Tokyo residential complex. You don't even need to let go of your hate.
Just fight to protect what matters most to you. Like me. For the ones waiting for you at the group home.
Just fight for your family!
Just fight for your family.
I'm successfully persuaded. Crack. Oh, exploded. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I literally exploded. That was messed up. Oh, I'm back.
Persuasion complete. Yay. Yay.
I never asked for all those brothers and sisters, you know. My own parents didn't want me. So who needs a family? They just get in the way. Why should I have to keep busting my hump for them? Even now, did I mention I do have a hump? I'm technically a hunchback, but I just have really surprisingly good posture. They could be 1,000,000 miles away for all I know. My whole life, I've had to sacrifice everything for their sakes. Talk about rotten luck. But still, I can't just abandon them. They're family. We might not be related by blood, but they're the only family I've got, you know?
Of course! This is what I've been telling you for the last half hour. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your family. Is it asking too much for you to fight for them too?
Sorry, but could you give me some time alone? I need to think through all this.
Sure, I understand.
Thanks, man. I'm trying to be cool. You're a real decent guy. I feel a little better about myself now.
Well, what was the thing that, because we've mentioned before, he obviously has a Jotaro Kujo hat. What was the thing that he always used to say is like yare yare, something like that? I think they just translated it as good grief. Okay, oh, there's a pin message written by Castle, pinned by Vera, said, okay, honestly, we should have also told him to imagine the monsters were the, hang on, it just minimized. To imagine the monsters were the kids, you simultaneously get catharsis while protecting the people you care about. Good point.
Troops,
I think you were the pin message.
to rise and shine.
Is Siray ever gonna come back? I had assumed his disappearance was just going to be temporary, but he's been gone a very long time.
Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day
during suffering the insufferable,
to protect our beloved
barbaric enemy. He's got to come back eventually, right? He's the mascot. Is that the big twist? Oh, the mascot dies? The announcement played like usual, and I got out of bed, feeling like it'd be just another morning. But then, there was a knock at my door. I mean, a ding-dong at my bell. It didn't, the person didn't knock my door, the wooden door didn't knock my wood, it dinged my bells. Who could that be? Let's save. And then we can take a guess who, oh, wrong button, I keep forgetting. A save, and it's gonna be, probably Ato. Saying like, oh my gosh, we still gotta help the other people, right? Because there's still 3 people. We have like 1 day left and there's 3 people that we haven't persuaded. I opened up the door and welcomed my guest inside. How do you like the meatloaf? A real taste of home, right? Just like Mama used to make. Is that a quote? Is the meatloaf people? There's a reason for that. I sliced your mother up into little pieces and put her in the... Just kidding, just kidding. You could see where I was going. You've been Darumi'd.
Hey!
Yeah, sure, you got me. Oh, man, I assumed the meatloaf that I didn't eat was my mom. Did you want something, or did you just come here to prank me? Don't shoot the messenger, bro. Mistress Hiruko sent me on important business. Mistress Hiruko? She wants you and me and Takimaru and Ato to meet up in the cafeteria. That means write the F now, mister. That's right, this is M-rated, but I say F. Anyway, now you know. I have to go tell the others. Mistress Hiruko's orders must be carried out promptly and efficiently. Bye. Darumi bounded away, leaving chaos and confusion in her wake. Another meeting, huh? But it's only us this time? The deadline's tomorrow, so maybe Hiruko wants to discuss that test she mentioned. Yeah, you know what? You should have made better use of your time. Instead of, I'll go exploring tomorrow, or I'll just talk to more people tomorrow. I blame Takumi. If the other 3 die, it's his fault. Well, only one way to find out. Cafeteria, here I come. We'll see if there's anybody on the way that we can talk to first. Check the map. Okay, everybody's still locked up in their rooms, including the 2 we persuaded. Oh, the twins are out. Wait. Yeah, the twins are out somewhere. Where are the twins? Are they in the cafeteria? Where are the twins aren't in their room? Why aren't the twins in their... Oh, they're on the rooftop. Okay. Oh, they're over here. You guys gonna die. You guys are gonna die. Probably gonna die. You're gonna die. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. We're back. Huh?
Release the Croc twins.
Release the Croc twins. Yeah, You know what? The way that she's got the hair danglies, those could be like, I always think of like a Kraken. I've seen Kraken depicted as multiple types of monsters. I always think of it as like a big squid type of a monster with like tentacles. Do Krakens have tentacles? Or I'm not sure, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. Yes, This guy's definitely a monster. Quickita says, don't worry, I'm drawing Danganronpa OC. You're good. Is it like an OC of yourself as an ultimate? Danganronpa is a universe. I've never understood why people would want to like self-insert into that. It's horrifying. Oak says, different code. Nora said, I hope Takumi dies. Different Takumi, guys. Oak knows. Crystal says, I hope Takumi dies. 100-line Takumi. This Takumi. Nora says, Oak stopped me from playing Danganronpa tonight. Well, why? Is it because Oak knew that you were going to kill Miwo again? Oak says, bro, I was with my dad. Crystal says, yes, please. Nora says, exactly. Why are you blue? Oak says, I'm not. I'm purple. Castle says, hey, folks, what did I just hear? I don't know. What did you just hear? Crystal says, who's blue? Nora said, what's wrong with you? Why are you blue? Quickita said, I like Hamtaro. Yes, especially the best GBA game of all time. Hamtaro. Ham Heartbreak. Yeah, so how many baby hamsters did Hamtaro eat in that one? Vera said, he's so insufferable and selfish, it reverses into love in my heart. I do think that you can have a character that is such a scoundrel, so irredeemably bad that you can love the character. Castle says, huge fan of Ham Heartbreak. Castle says, what do you mean? I'm not blue. I see what you're doing. Castle says, I was just about to put that in chat. Queen Katie said, it was Darumi, yes. So glad to have you here, yes. Best game peak. Crystal says, all the yellow. Vera's laughing. It says, gosh, dang it. I love this guy. I love this guy. That is, he will be my next ribbon guy. Ooh. Over on YouTube, Dermo says, that's the best part about this game. You can go from really dark, depressing, messed up route to silly, lighthearted one and everything in between. I feel bad because like this game obviously isn't playing the kind of numbers we got with like Persona 3 Reload or with Ace Attorney Investigations or Deltarune. And so I'm wondering if it would be bad for the channel if I do multiple routes, because I am enjoying it. I would like to keep playing. But I also want to make sure I'm giving you guys what you want. Fruzy says, Jotaro says, yare yare daze. Oh, there we go. Or good grief, or good freaking grief. Yare yare daze. Durba says, oh gosh, the start of the, in my opinion, worst Darumi ship. She deserves better. I mean, she's cute, but does she? Because she's cute, but she's a walking red flag. Is that a popular ship, the way you describe it, though? See, Castle says, nah, he sounds compassionate, otherwise he'd leave the kids, but at the same time resentful for why he had to bear this burden. Vera said to Castle, yeah. Crystal says, Logan, what? What did I do? Nora says, bro did the wrong song reference. Probably. Nora says, I'm just a kid, and life is a nightmare. Oh, because I did Skater Boy. Should I have done, what was Gwen Stefani? No doubt, did I'm just a girl instead I'm just a boy. You know, instead of, I'm back to the game. I don't know enough about music to talk about music. I should stick to playing games. Good morning, Mr. Sumino. We're back. Back? Where did you go? Huh?
I heard that after the main walkthrough you can just skip to important choices in other routes. I'm still on my main walkthrough, so not sure how it works.
I mean, that'd be good. But I assume then once it like branches off, even if things are slightly different, like, because imagine if you get a character killed. Then would you have to like watch the very, very similar events with lots and lots of very similar dialogue, except one character is gone? I guess we'll find out when we get there. But that is encouraging. So thank you very much, Dagger, for the 10 bits. Thank you. Back, where did you go? We were out gathering herbs and grasses. We're pretty good at figuring out which ones are edible. There's been times in our lives when we've had to learn that the hard way. I can't believe we're back to eating grass to survive. This outside world is really something. We found plants I've never seen before. Don't overdo it or eat anything that could be poisonous, okay? There's no need to worry. Mr. Outsuki has been sneaking us bread on the side. He's such a considerate friend, unlike a certain someone I could mention. Okay, so is Eito working on the twins and Shoma? So maybe they all will be fine, and we just don't see their reasons for fighting yet. Well, excuse me, princess. And excuse us, we must be going. The wild grass salad isn't going to eat itself. Goodbye. I am blinking a lot to signal I need you to save me from this horrible, horrible man. Oh, you didn't save me. Okay, anybody else on any, oh, they just went back to their room. Wait, they're in the same room. I thought they do it. They always have the same room. No, they don't. That is Kako's room. He is in her room. He is creepy. Okay, so yeah, we can just cut right down to the cafeteria. Cafeteria. Ah, you're all here. You bet we are. I gathered them all up just like you told me. See, that is cute. That is cute, like I was saying, Dermo. But she's red flags. Red flags all over the place. That's why she dyes her hair blue to try and distract from the red flags. Dagger says, love how many references this game has. There will be Gundam and Hunter x Hunter references later too. Nice! I was excited that, I'm glad that, like, I have now played some of the stuff there were references to, like the Persona games for the social links joke that Darumi did a while back. Huh?
You into dog panting, brah?
No, I'm not into dog panting. I just thought that she's being whimsical. She's being, like, silly and goofy. That is not something that I'm like, oh, this is awakening something within me. But, I mean, this is goofy. Right? Maybe this is a hot take. I'm not into dogs, but I'm into whimsy. But thank you for the 10 bits. Dagger says, love how many references. Oh, yeah, read that. Nora said, so I have my screen burn on my phone for both my keyboard and YouTube bar is engraved on my screen. I recently had a dream that I had screen burn on my iPad. It was just sweetheart burned into my iPad. I think it's kind of funny. I don't know, is Vero still lurking or currently here? Vero might appreciate this. Hasbro recently announced a new toy of a Transformers character named Soundwave. And on the back of the box, they showed like what the packaging looks like. And on the back, they have a still frame from the 1986 movie showing Soundwave. But they clearly just like did a screenshot of a YouTube video because like in the corner, you can see the little like the little mouse over like play thing on it. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Castle said, I love kids, but I could not take care of one, especially at that age. It'd ruin my health. Kids are needy and brutal by nature. To be clear, they're supposed to be, but it's not for everyone. And it is a burden to someone that young, but at the same time, I just always feel like, I don't know, I've always been you come together for family no matter what type of a person. That's just me personally. After my dad had his stroke, I think that really ingrained it into me. It's like when that type of stuff happens, that's when you gotta buckle down. And maybe you don't want 20 siblings or 20 babies or something like that, but sometimes you gotta foster family of 20 siblings. Oak says, kids will brutally murder you. Crystal says, I have not played the game, although it was pinned earlier. Nora says, yes. Queen Ada said, BRB, I'm clipping something from a video to show Crystal because it's so funny. It's a 100-line spoiler to like, oh wait, from here? A spoiler clip from this or from something else? Oak says, new theory. Crystal says, oh right. Dagger said, it's also important that the children live in a stable environment, meaning you have to be doing financially and emotionally well, which is an impossible task in this economy. Oh boy, tell me about that. Over on YouTube, Frozy said, they both said die multiple times in a row, so it's obviously fate. They're either made for each other or they're both German. Derma says, wasn't referring to Gaku. Oh, I may have jumped the gun? Oh. So now I'm wondering who it is that people ship her with that is inappropriate. Derma said, also, the branches to actually differ from each other a lot. Most of the dialogue here will not be repeated. I don't know if it ever really does. So it sounds like basically as soon as you branch off to a new path, then it's just like an entire new game. So it's just like the first choice that you deviate. Interesting. I see that there's someone did join us in following Dark Wolf. So Dark Wolf, I assume you popped in lurk. Thank you, Dark Wolf. Thank you for the lurk. I assume if you're here, hope you're doing well. You bet we are. I gathered them all up just like you told me. I can see that. You did an admirable job, Darumi. Mistress praised me. I mean, I suppose a praise kink is less weird than the other stuff she's into. Did something happen between those two? Oh, maybe this is the ship that Derma was talking about. Darumi and Hiruko. Come on, let's hear it. What do you want this time? I want a report on your progress. How are your attempts to win over the non-fighters going? So this was part of your plan. Have you managed to convince them yet? You only have 1 day left. Well, not all of them, but I think Tsubasa and Gaku are starting to come around. I see. That's good. I didn't expect you to convert all 5, of course, but we can deal with the holdouts later. Deal with them how? True to my original plan, anybody who doesn't have the will to fight will be forced to leave tomorrow. So is it that you send them out and that, like, spending overnight trying to survive will make them want to come back and fight? What? Wait a minute, it took a while, but we've made real progress. With just a little more time, I'm sure we can. I'm sorry, but a promise is a promise. I can't go back on my word. So she's murderous, but at least she's honest. I mean, about that, she keeps her word. Hey, but without any protection or battle experience, they'll die out there. If they're not going to contribute to the war effort anyway, what difference does it make? Huh? Why does it have to be like this? To defeat the invaders and win the war, naturally. You really think abandoning those guys is gonna make it any easier for us to win? I'm certain of it. I've already pointed out the possibility of them drawing the enemy's attention away from the school for a while. There's also the chance that facing real danger will knock some sense into them and finally bring out their fighting spirit. Those chances are slim. It's not worth the risk. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. Allowing victory to elude us would render the risks we've taken and the sacrifices we've made up till now completely meaningless. That's a sunken cost fallacy, I think. I don't know. I don't gamble. If you have time to spend worrying about the others, I'd prefer you spend it training to use your hemo anima more effectively. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. When push comes to shove, we all have to be prepared to give our lives. Pew! As usual, Hiroko left no room for discussion, leaving us alone to mull over her words and consider our options. Maybe like in the other routes, you get to choose who to go for. Maybe we can only save either Shoma or the twins. If that's the case, I'm guessing the game's going to have us save Shoma. And maybe the twins will go out and then get like recruited by the enemy commanders. There'll be some like reveal later, one takes the helmet off and it's like Kako or something. Such an ice queen. How could anybody not stand that? Something she said just now bothers me. Aside from the obvious, you mean? Yes, but never mind. It's probably just my imagination. Nothing worth worrying about. What's our next move? Today's our last chance to save those guys.
Hey!
I'll talk to them one last time. It might not do any good, but it's worth a try. We have to do something or it'll all be over for them tomorrow. You're right. We can't possibly abandon our friends to such a cruel fate. I won't let Hiroko force them out either. I'll step in to protect them if I have to. I like Takemaru. You can't use violence and threats to get people to do what you want. Society just doesn't work like that. We shouldn't let him know that Gaku hates society. I never expected Takemaru to be the one to uphold the laws of society. Appearances can be deceiving, I guess. He's got principles. Come on. He likes the good parts of society, just not the parts that lead to Joaquin Phoenix and the Joker to Drade, whatever it was. In the back of my mind, I'd been hoping really, that Hiroko would go back on her plan and cut the non-fighters some slack. I could see now how foolish I'd been to think that. Even if I'd managed to change Tsubasa and Gaku's minds, Shoma and the twins will still have to leave. I can't let that happen. I have to try to talk to them one last time. I should talk to Shoma, Ima, and Kaku before it's too late. I should save my game first. Oh, it's auto-saving, but oh well. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Save! And I read a couple more comments in the chat. Castle says, basically, we should have told Gaku to punch children. Vera says, banger! Queen Katie said, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Queen Katie. Castle says, yare yare. Oh gosh, well, something's going on Discord. What? Queen Katie said, Logan, C-Ray is dead. Did you forget? Yeah, but like, death wouldn't stop Monokuma. Why would it stop C-Ray? Just because you can see his brain and it got chopped up. Okay, also at the beginning, when you load up the game, there's a little like logo of the game student. It shows C-Ray and another mascot looks just like him. So if there's at least another one of those guys out there, he should be replaced. Maybe like every time one died, maybe it's like Multiplicity. Any of you guys seen that movie with Michael Keaton where he clones himself over and over again and gets a clone of a clone of a clone? And the whole idea is like it's like anytime you copy something, the copy is never as good as the original. So if you copy a copy, then the subsequent copies will be even worse. And so like every clone of the clone gets worse and worse and weirder and weirder. And so maybe it's like that. Maybe every time C-Ray dies, we get a clone, and it's just progressively worse throughout the game. Queen said, Logan, the man is dead, cut in half. He wasn't cut in half. He was diced into quarters at least. Dagger says, I miss C-Ray. Queen said, his brain is cut in half. Do you expect him to come back? Maybe if it was like cut right down the middle of the hemisphere, but the brain paths together? I've heard like weird stories about people being shot in the brain or having like a lawnmower blade go through the brain and they survive. Oak says, yeah, of course my brain got cut in half a while ago and I'm chilling. See? Castle says, isn't the brain just two halves anyway? See? I mean, they're connected a little bit, but slash JK. Cypher says, hi, Logan, daily chat, so you know I'm alive, back to a 4.0 GPA after losing it, so that's nice. Nice, that is fantastic, congrats. Cypher says, enjoy the stream. I may be getting metaphor earlier than my birthday, which is nice. Also, smash on that Darumi girl. Again, walking, she's cute, but walking red flag. But I hope you get metaphor and enjoy it. It is great. And congrats on the 4.0 GPA. Nora said, bro, she's me. Crystal said, not gonna lie. Same. Nora said, I'm so close to falling asleep. We're only halfway through the stream, Nora. Probably even less when you said that. We need to jolt you awake. Crystal said, why are we blaming Takumi? The man is innocent. Nora said, at 4.0 GPA is insane. My GPA last year was 2.7. Well, are we counting weighted GPAs? Because like I did struggle with French in high school. But if you count a weighted GPA that takes like honors classes and AP classes for more, then I had over a 4.0. Oak said, me too, low key. And there was Dark Wolf with a lurk. Oh, so I gotta be close to catching up. Over on YouTube. Frilzy says, what if one of the paths is a killing game? That'd be fun. Like it'd be like, you know, in games sometimes they'll like hide a smaller, older retro game in the game as like a mini game. You could do that basically. There's like a mini Danganronpa game in there. I think that'd be kind of fun. Sveta says, Hiroko and Darumi remind me of Byakuya and Toko now. Hiroko just by herself reminds me of the two of them. Especially when we saw like that one time out on the battlefield where she was like, yes, killing, I love murder, mayhem, blood, and guts. So yes, the two of them are made for each other. Frilzy says, oh no, it was a reference. It was a reference all along. Dermot says, Sveta, exactly, it's like that. And much like that, it's one-sided. It's just sad. Do you think Frilzy is just using Darumi? Or not Frilzy, I said Frilzy because there, Hiroko is using Darumi. Sorry, Frilzy, I was glancing over because you had the next comment. You're not using Darumi. You'd be nice to Darumi, I'm sure. Frilzy said, there have been anatomical surgical studies about cutting apart the two halves of the brain. Some funky stuff happens. Isn't that also like, I remember seeing a little documentary thing about this guy named Kim Peeks. He was the guy that he was an autistic savant that Dustin Hoffman's character in Rain Man was based on. And I think that they said that part of the thing with him was that he had like less separation between the two hemispheres of the brain than you're supposed to have. So yeah, I guess if it's even less separated, that stuff happens. Derma said, doesn't it cause stuff like motor movement between hands and legs being disconnected? And then Derma said, Frilzy, how could you know? Frilzy's fine. It was a slip of my tongue. Okay, let's see, where we go. We gotta talk to the other three, so we gotta go to their rooms. Wait, is everybody in their bedroom, so nobody's in any of the other places? What's this? I could just go into my room. I can abandon them. All right, let's go back there, and let's do Shoma first, and then the twins. Did we save? Let's make sure that we, I can't remember. We probably did, but better safe than sorry. Let's save. And let's see how Shoma's doing. Da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, your tongue is known for slipping into holes all the time after all.
Tooth holes! Tooth holes in gums and teeth. No other types of holes. If there was a dam that had burst or ruptured and there was like a hole in it, I wouldn't stick my tongue in it. I'd stick my finger in it. I'd shove my finger into that dike's hole. Not my tongue. It's like the little Dutch boy in the dike that bursts open. And he puts his finger in the dike.
I believe you, Logan.
Thank you, Dagger. I am nice. I use my finger, not my tongue. But thank you, Dagger. Frilzy said, oh, what did I do? You did nothing. I used the slip of the tongue. Frilzy, you're wonderful, Frilzy. I need to have a sip of water, hang on. Okay, let's try the last three and see if we can convince them. Yeah, maybe, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe all three of them are gonna die and we can only save them in subsequent playthroughs. This is Shoma's room. I wonder if he's in. Ding dong. I rang the doorbell and waited. Eventually, the doors slowly opened.
Hello, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for ruining your day with my existence.
Well, we're off to a great start here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we can bully him into fighting. He seems like he'd be very susceptible to bullying. Hey, Shoma, that deadline Hiroko set for you guys is coming up tomorrow, you know. Are you sure you won't reconsider things? At this rate, she really is going to throw you out.
Yes, I know. I guess I'll just be thrown out like the trash I am.
You don't really want that though, right? We could probably drag him out there to fight. I don't think he'd put up resistance.
You shouldn't expect too much from me. I'm so hopelessly inept that me losing is basically a foregone conclusion, no matter what kind of conflict it is. This isn't some kind of physical or psychological shortcoming I can work on and overcome someday. My uselessness is baked into me at a cellular level in red letters, so it's important. I may as well accept my fate. Me staying here would only cause more trouble for everyone.
You understand what you're saying, right? Once you get beyond the wall of fire, you'll probably die.
Yes or no? I've accepted that too. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's better to get it over with now so I don't really let you down later. I'm sorry you had to end up here with someone like me.
What was it that baked into him at a cellular level thing? Is he racist against himself? Shoma bowed his head in a gesture of deep regret and disappeared back into the darkness of his room. It's no good. He's too pessimistic for me to convince him now. Maybe we can use 2 free times today for gift-o-matics for him and then for the twins. Kako! This is Kako's room. Maybe she'll be more willing to listen to me today. Ding dong. Hopefully we can talk to her without Ema around. I rang the doorbell and waited. After a little while, the door was pulled open by a shaky, hesitant hand.
Brother dearest, I don't want to do that again. It made me very uncomfortable last time. Oh, it is you, Takumi.
Sorry if I surprised you. I just wanted to ask you something. Have you made your decision on what you're going to say tomorrow? If you don't agree to fight like the rest of us, you'll have to leave.
I know, but my dear brother said he has a plan. He said there's no need for me to fight. Just like he said there's no need for me to ever get married, or leave home, or be happy.
I feel like that's a discussion for another day. Huh?
What?
I know! His love for her is highly inappropriate. I mean, you've seen how Ema acts around her, right? It is not cool. It is really not cool. And now he doesn't want her to get married so he can have her all to himself. That is messed up. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Ema is a walking what? Okay, but let's put Ema and his plan aside for now. What do you want to do?
Me? Independent will is not something I am used to. Oh, it hurts. Oh, my head hurts.
Was it really that hard of a question?
I don't really know. My dear brother usually handles all of the big decisions. It's no different now. I have no choice but to go along with what he says.
All right, I guess that's that then.
Thank you for coming. Goodbye forever.
Kako bowed uncertainly and closed the door, being careful to avoid making eye contact the whole time.
Hey!
Hey! That's about what I expected. I can't imagine a timid girl like that ever going out onto the battlefield. What happens if we knock on their doors again? I should talk to Ema before it's too late. I don't care about Ema. Let Ema die. Ema! This is Ema's room. Let's see if he's around. Ding dong. I rang the doorbell and waited. A moment later, the door was thrown open. Oh, sister, my body is ready. Oh, Mr. Sumino, it's you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Don't tell me you're still hoping to convert me to your side. How much do you think you can achieve in just one day? Ema, please, at least think about it. I've done all the thinking I need to, Mr. Sumino. My safety is guaranteed, thanks to the plan I've come up with. I said before, maybe he's gonna try and murder Hiroko. Maybe the plan is they're just gonna hide inside the school and hope they don't get caught. Maybe sleep during the day and go to the cafeteria at night. It's not like in Danganronpa. Wasn't there like curfew rules in Danganronpa? Maybe they can stay up as late as they want. Huh? Oh, right. You mentioned before that you had a plan of your own. It's a simple enough solution. All I need is a way for me and my dear sister to remain at the academy without needing to fight. There's no way Hiruko is going to allow that. Yeah, he's going to try to kill Hiruko. But again, how do you kill her if she can just resurrect? Is he going to try and sabotage the resurrection pods?
That's the problem my strategy aims to address.
Hey!
Hey! What is this strategy exactly, huh?
Bro is besmirching the name of my goat Yusuke by tainting his voice with this loser.
And politician didn't? I mean, yeah, no, this guy is... he's the worst. If we do our own playthrough route where we can make choices, our first priority is taking this bozo out there for exploration and just letting him die. And then we'll do everything else exactly the same. The whole sister complex he's got is weird, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I should read some more in the chat. Quicket said, it's not self-insert OC, it's my own Danganronpa story. I've had my brain for 10 years. I was drawing the ultimate butler with a heart. Are you gonna post it in the Discord when you're done? Quicket said, well, there were baby hamsters in the Game Boy Advance game, so you may assume he ate them post-credits, I guess. Well, did they ever show up in the show? In the anime? If not, then they got eaten. They got eaten. Nora said, Logan, you've seen Breaking Bad, haven't you? What's wrong with you? Why are you so blue? I have seen Breaking Bad. It's the best show. It's the best show ever. I'm in no rush to watch it again because it was emotionally devastating, but it was so good. Nora said, according to Google search, Darumi X Hiruko is the most popular Darumi ship and most popular Hiruko ship. Dagger said, because it's based, with a high five. Nora said, exactly. Castle says, to Nora, C's get degrees, though I recommend trying in school. Some courses are hard, though. Nora said, I do try. It's the sad part. Quicket said, Nora, you see the dog panting? Castle said, she's not like the other girls. Yeah, Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with not being like the other girls, but I feel like that whole saying and that meme has ruined the girls. You're like, I'm not like all the other girls. Over on YouTube, Dermo said, that's a quote for the ages. What was? Frilzy said, Logan, just think about how you can be persuaded into fighting demons and say that to Shoma. Exactly. And we can even say, it's like, Shoma, you think you're worthless. Maybe you can come out with us in battles and be our human meat shield. Wouldn't that be fun? Then you can die and be beneficial. Wouldn't you feel better about that, little Shoma? And then we just trick him into actually fighting for realsies. Derma said, Frolzy, what would convince you? Frolzy said, probably the revival thing. See, that would do it for me. Unless they are prestiging you. If they're Star Trek transportering you, then no, that's not worth it. I would need to know more of the mechanics of how the revival pods work. Derma says, wait, alternate way to convince Gaku, quote, there may be succubi among them. Oh. Derma said, Darumi X Hiruko is so toxic, though. I feel like this is not the game that would have very many wholesome ships. I mean, I guess there's some. Tsubasa seems wholesome, although she's a bit gross with the whole puke thing. But there's probably a lot of toxicity, just like there was in Danganronpa games. Quicket said, add quote, maybe this is a hot take. I'm not into dogs, but I'm into whimsy. Vera said, laughing? I didn't know they did that. What whimsy? What were you talking about, Vera? What happened? Or was it the sound wave thing? I'm not sure. And what is this strategy exactly?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you that. If you knew about it, it would lose all strategic value.
Emo waved me goodbye and closed the door. His easy smile devoid of any kind of fear or anxiety. He seems so confident. I hope this secret plan of his isn't anything violent. I've talked to all three of the remaining non-fighters, but it hasn't done any good. I've done what I can. That's all I can do. I guess I'll just go back to my room and have free times. Yay. I'm probably not using my free times wisely by just hanging out with people. The hangouts in this are so short, though. But I assume we need to get our stats up. I had a feeling it would turn out this way, but I'm still not happy about it. If those three really are kicked out tomorrow, what'll happen to them then? Isn't there anything I can do? Okay, it's probably not going to be Darumi again. This time it will be Eito, I bet. I wonder who that could be. Has one of them changed their mind after all? Or maybe it'll be Shoma. Maybe Shoma's changed his tiny little mind and his tiny little head and his tiny little body. Let's answer the door and find out. Hope fluttered in my chest as I went to the door, but when I opened it, ... or maybe it's Sirei. Like, I'm back, losers. Oh, it is Eito, yeah. Hello, Takumi. May I have a moment of your time to talk about a wonderful business opportunity selling essential oils? Oh, hey, Eito, what's up? I wanted to discuss something with you, you know, about Hiruko. What about her? You remember what I told you in the cafeteria this morning? Something Hiruko said back then bothered me. I've been thinking about it, and I'm sure now why that it's important. I won't continue though until you click me. Click me, buddy. Click me, bro. Click a homie. Good night. So what did she say that was so strange? I thought you said it was probably nothing. And that was just an excuse. I thought it would be better if we didn't discuss it in front of everyone. What do you mean? I'm almost certain Hiruko is hiding something from us. If I'd pressed the matter, we'd have gotten into a big argument. Okay, I'm gonna guess she is hiding a revived Sirei. That she's like hiding him in her room, in her trailer or something. Things are strained enough right now as it is. Oh wait, crap, except if we did that, she'd supposedly have the bomb in her head explode or something, right? We still don't, I think, have evidence that he has one of those things. We should have blown up somebody's head, just to be safe. I didn't want to risk escalating them farther. I guess that makes sense. What is it that you think she's hiding? I want you to think back to what Hiruko told us before she left and see if anything stands out. Okay, we're getting a second chance to figure this out. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. Okay, that seems reasonable. I mean, we've only really killed one commander, but okay. Oh. That humanoid invader with the strength transformation was certainly stronger than any other foes we've come up against. Is it that she used plural and we have no proof that there's more than one? I just, of course, assume there'd be more than one because it's a video game. But she said commanders, plural, not singular. Okay, that's all it was. We've never fought an invader like that before or since. It's not impossible that there's others like it out there. But Hiruko spoke about there being more as if it was a sure thing. Now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. Bear in mind! It's like a... I don't know, I was trying to think of like a Monokuma thing as a bear, your brain that's on the... I don't see Ray as a brain. I'm still working on it. What I'm about to say is just my own conjecture. But it seems to me that Hiruko views this war differently from the rest of us. Almost like she knows something we don't. Well, she did admit that she had supposedly been like going out into the Tokyo residential complex during those emergencies and killing monsters for a while now, right? So it's possible she might have seen another commander back then that way as well. That wouldn't be out of the question. She did say she's been fighting the invaders a lot longer than we have. But if the people in charge have told her something, or if she's found out something for herself, what could it be? I mean, I guess it was weird that she's like, Sirei told me about money we get. I mean, did he talk to her one-on-one? Only one way to find out. We have to ask her about it ourselves. Are we gonna go there right as Ima is about to kill her, or has just killed her? What, just like that? There's no way she'd tell us the truth that easily. She'll probably brush the whole thing off. And knowing what she knows will allow us to make all to make more informed decisions. It makes sense, strategically speaking. If she insists on dodging the issue after that, we can get everyone together and put more pressure on her. We can. What is that sound? That sound he makes. The sound. We can even make her step down as leader. What? If Hiruko's no longer in charge, she won't have any authority to make the others leave. It's not like we voted her into that position to begin with anyway. You're basically suggesting we stage a mutiny. Isn't that a step too far? I mean, killing our friends is one thing. But democracy? I'm gonna read some more in the chat. I feel like it's been a while since I've read chat, and I miss you guys. Let's see, Quick said, it's a clip from the YouTuber Crystal, who spent 3 months 100%ing this game. Is that the same person who was playing the, what was the Ace Attorney Investigations 2 Crystal was playing? Crystal says, adds the quote from before. Nora says, to Queen Katie, yes. Droomy praise kink lesbian canon. Nora says, I have exactly 4,999 channel points. I wouldn't want to mess that up. That's a nice number. Nora said, close your eyes, you'll be here soon. Ich ni san yon go. And there's a bunch of Japanese stuff. Is that a song? Dagger says, Darumi is a red flag, yeah, and red is my favorite color. I just worry about people who, wasn't that a whole thing that bulls supposedly don't see the color red? Maybe that's an urban legend, because like matadors, and I'm not endorsing bullfighting by the way, but matadors use the red cape or sheet or whatever. And people say it's supposed to get the bulls angry, but now people are saying it's like, no, bulls can't even see the colors. It's just the way that they act around them that makes them angry. Can we get a said lag check, guys? Oh, crap. Is it lagging? Has it been lagging tonight? I've had a total of 740 frames dropped in the last 2 hours, according to OBS. Castle says, are we sure those first 6 characters aren't just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? They are. They are. They absolutely are. Crystal said, didn't lag to me. Nora said, they are. That's what's in the song. Castle says, good it. One up, War! How you doing with the lurk? Thank you for the lurk. One up, War. Good to see you here. And Oak says, add quote, I use my finger, not my tongue. Well, that is apparently a quote now. Back into the game. I don't think it'll come to that. Hiruko won't let anything happen that might jeopardize our chances of beating the invaders. Yeah, and that's true. I don't know what this information she's hiding is, but if it can help give us a better perspective on the war, we ought to know about it. It might even make the last 3 non-fighters change their minds. There's a chance, that's a chance worth betting on, don't you think? I guess. You see, it's in everyone's best interest for Hiruko to share what she knows with us. The thing is, though, she scares me. Have you seen her? She's tall and has boobs. I'm not great at talking to people anyway, huh?
You said IT Logan. That could have been quote 1000 if we were closer.
Okay, so what quote number was that then? There was 860. Holy cow. 860. Only got 140 more to go. You guys got to make sure you give me a warning when we get to quote 999. And I will just like do my best to avoid saying anything out of pocket unless it's like really, really crazy out there. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. I appreciate that. Okay, anyway. The thing is, though, she scares me. I'm not great at talking to people anyway, and I don't think I can make my case very well. I always feel better around you, Takumi. Almost as if I'm secretly your childhood crush. And you have, quite a way with words, so, so that's what this is all about. All right, I'll go with you and try to get the truth out of Hiruko. Thank you. I think it's best if we talk in private, just the 3 of us, before involving anyone else. I believe Hiruko is in the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor, alone. Would you mind coming along with me right now? Sure, no problem. Let's go talk to her. Yeah, Ima is either going to already be there, he'll have killed her, or he'll interrupt us. But Ima is going to be involved in this, right? He's going to make his move, and he's going to be like,
oh, crap, there are other people here. Well, no witnesses. Bang, bang, bang.
Thank you, Takumi. Pew! Is Hiruko really hiding something? I can only hope she'll be honest with us. If she refuses, things could get complicated. Well, I'm sure it'll work out somehow. This game has no consequences. You die, you come back, it's fine. It's fine. Let's save. Save. And see if anybody else is anywhere else. Y'all are in your rooms. Does anybody just like leave your door unlocked? And just like, someone came in and visited me. What? What's this? Nora says, Logan is a bad influence on me. What? I am not. Castle with looks like a banana man doing a facepalm. Dagger says, Logan, no, what did I do? Oh, and Vera adds the quote. Oh, is that quote again? Vera says, nice. Queen says, add quote, is he racist against himself? And Vera adds the quote. Crystal says, I second lag anyone. Vera says, lurk, for real. I won't be around for a bit. Oh. I'm going to type in the miss command. Because I already miss Vero. Quickity says, quote, 800. Oh, they're just doing quotes, nor the question marks. Quickity said, okay, it's been a month since quote 800. We're only halfway to 900. Coolest thing to happen is us hitting quote 1000 for Christmas. Like, I think we could definitely do it before Christmas. Do you want to hit it like on Christmas or like the last stream before Christmas or maybe New Year's Eve or something? Eito said Hiroko was in the leisure lounge. What would she be doing here here all on her own? Swimming. I'm getting murdered by Ima. I don't see her. Look, Takumi over there. It's a dead body. It's a dead Hiroko over there. Look over there. It's a dead. Eito pointed to the pool. From where we were standing, we could make out a shadow moving in the water. As we got closer, whatever it was came to the surface, sending a spray of water across the edge of the pool. If she's swimming, hopefully she's at least clothed. Standing there was, of course, I'm gonna guess naked Takemaru. Wait, no, he was in his room. It's fan service.
Your peeping technique leaves a lot to be desired.
We're not peeping. For one thing, I think Takumi might be secretly a girl. I don't even know, Hiroko. But chat probably likes this. I'm sure Dagger is excited, right? Oh, speaking of whom?
Bark, bark, bark.
I rest my case. Thank you for the 10-bit Dagger and for the perfect timing with that. And over on YouTube, there's a little bit more chatting. Oh, hang on. I gotta scroll up just a little bit there. Frozy said, yeah, I guess if it were cloning, I would only agree if I was forced to. Yeah, see, exactly, because like cloning, you still die. Just because you create another person that you've tricked into thinking is you doesn't save you from death. Sveta says, Eito's and Hiroko's designs look kind of like reverse of each other. Eito has white hair and clothes, blue eyes, and Hiroko has black hair and clothes and red eyes. Maybe they're secretly siblings? I still think it can't be a coincidence that Eito looks so much like Karuha, though, right? Obviously, don't answer that. Dermot says, oh my gosh, she's swimming in the swimming lounge. How could she? Crystal says, Logan, hey, what do you call a person missing 75% of their spine? Oh, it'd be like a football player. It's a quarterback, right? Wait, no. Yeah, because it's a quarterback. It'd be like a football player missing 75% of the spine. It'd be a quarterback, right? Crystal says a quarterback. I got it. Yay. Sveta says, wow, Hiroko, nice bikini. Actually, secretly looking at cute blushing Eito in the corner. Yeah, Eito is very flustered by this. Takumi is just very upset, is aghast, and holding back the vomit like that. She's just not Takumi's type. That's all. And then Crystal with some copy-paste stuff. Derma said, Crystal, did you come over here to make a bad pun? She came over here to make an amazing pun. Crystal says, Hiroko, get some clothes on, young lady. And says, yes, Dermo, yes. Actually, I don't know if we're allowed to have this because this is not a hot tub stream. And you can see her exposed upper hips. Isn't that like a thing that Twitch had? Like you're not supposed to see upper hips. It's like no private parts and upper hips. Your peeping technique leaves a lot to be desired.
What? We weren't peeping. That's right. We wouldn't. That's to say, we didn't.
Why are you both acting so flustered? Does my body really unsettle you that much?
Yes.
It's not that. It's just...
Get to the point. I know you didn't walk in here by accident. You knew I'd be here, so you must be here to see me. Out with it. What do you want?
I love how her swimming seems to have nothing to do with anything. It was just so they could have an excuse to put a girl in a swimsuit. But I guess it's better than like the other ones where they have like a hot springs episode. At least she has that much.
We have something very important we want to discuss with you.
Very important, you say? All right. Wait here while I go get changed.
Thank you. We watched Hiroko make her way toward the locker room very slowly, stopping to bend over and pick things up a lot for some reason. The silence broken only by the echo of her wet footsteps sound like this. She kind of skipped there a little bit. She ran that last part, which you shouldn't do near a swimming pool. You could hurt yourself. Half an hour later, because that's how long it took her to get dried off and dressed. Maybe she had to do her hair or something. Thank you for waiting. Now let's hear this very important matter of yours. I suspect she did something else. That maybe the whole point with that was just make you think, swimsuit. But really, she was like going to talk with a clone of Cirei, and they hid it by pretending she was just getting dressed. That's why it took a half hour. My time is precious. Feel free to skip the preamble. Okay, well, there's no easy way to do this. I've just got to go for the direct approach. I'm going to talk to Ato first. She was in a swimsuit. Let's hear what Hiroko has to say. Can I still not click the duck? I'm still sad I can't click the duck. Can I click anything else? Can I click? No, it's Ato. I want to click other stuff. Monitor. This monitor informs us of enemy attacks. There's no attack happening right now, though. Doesn't look like it's letting me click the others. Oh, no, training machine. I dropped a barbell in the pool one time. Retrieving it was a real ordeal. I feel like you could have made a joke there. Like, I dropped a barbell in the pool. I couldn't reach it. Fortunately, a friend had a canoe. I exchanged some food for an oar so I could drag it out. It was a real ordeal. It was an ordeal? It was an ordeal. 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 Oh yeah, let's talk to her. All right, I'm gonna come right out and ask. No! Tomcat doesn't usually get me that much these days. Was it because the game was so silent? That seemed loud. Thank you, Crystal.
We get the joke, Logan.
Are you sure I can say ordeal another 20 times if you want? I don't mind. I mean, we've only got like about an hour or so left in the stream tonight, but I can use what precious little moments of your life remain as we all slowly march toward entropy and the grave to say ordeal a lot. But thank you very much for the 10-bit stagger. I appreciate it. Honestly, I just appreciate that you guys stick around me after that kind of crap. Hiroko, do you know something about this war? Something the rest of us don't? What makes you think that? And so suddenly, too. That's not an answer. You're dodging the question, lady. Huh?
Because I'm beef. I only really exist when I'm mentioned by others. This is the only time I get to take tangible form. It's the only time I can truly express my feelings, so forgive me for treating this so much like a diary or like you all are the beep. Anyways, guys, has anyone been having any recurring nightmares about being trapped in an infinite maze in a cornfield? All I can hear are the heavy gusts of wind beating against my eardrum. They are so heavy. Help me.
Thank you for the beef longa TTS. It was so weird. Did you notice how at the beginning, when he said beef longa here or whatever, on longa, it like cut out the audio in the middle, so it almost was censored. But then the way beef pronounced TTS, it was like, I'm not gonna say it. I have not had that recurring dream. I think because I like mazes. I don't think that my subconscious would go, this will be a nightmare. I enjoy mazes. I've had good experiences in mazes. They're amazing. But I mean, if y'all have bad maze experiences, then that would be understandable. But thank you very much for the beef longa TTS. I also love how after that one point, just like sped through a little bit. I love the unpredictability of the beef longa TTS. All right, what makes you think that? And so suddenly too? We figured it out from some of the stuff you've said and done. Plus, if we assume you have information that we don't, it actually explains a lot. You're cold, practical attitude for one, and your dedication to winning at any cost. Is it true? Do you know the truth about this war? About Last Defense Academy? Maybe she's the one that killed Saray because she maybe he talked to her first and she's like, well, I don't want anyone else to know.
How the actual left did my autocorrect turn therapist into the beep. I thought the TTS made a mistake, but apparently it typed it wrong.
Oh, so that's why it said the beep. I thought it was a mistake with TTS as well. The beep. Well, as we learned last stream? You all are more than welcome to talk to me to the beeps. If any of you see the beeps, you're allowed to discuss me there. But thank you very much, Oak, for the 10 bits. It's not that we consider you an unfit leader or anything, Hiroko. Now that Siray's gone, there's no doubt you're the best person for the job. But I can't follow someone who insists on keeping us in the dark like this. That tracks for Ato. That was his whole complaint with Siray in the first place, right? And I'm sure everyone else would feel the same way if they know. Is that a threat? Are you planning to go behind my back and turn everyone against me? Believe me, I'd rather not have to. Fight among ourselves could tear this unit apart. If that happens, we'll be in no condition to fight the invaders anymore.
Hi!
Hey! Hi!
I love how Hirohito says that he needs Takumi's social skills and that he's not great at talking to people and then yaps the wild time.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just because the games are used to having the protagonist not do a lot of the talking ourselves. Well, except we've had plenty of conversations. But yeah, you know what it is just because Eito is secretly Karuha and is still crushing on Takumi and wants to spend quality time together. Wouldn't that be a fun date activity? Confronting the megalomaniacal lady who's taken over control of the school you're in? Could be a great bonding experience, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. Now, I will read some more chat soon, but we gotta keep going here. We're not trying to start a confrontation here. We're still on your side. We just want to know the truth. Everyone's so confused about what we're doing here and how we got caught up in it. Once we know the truth, it'll be a lot easier for us to focus on doing whatever it takes to win the war and go home. So please, if you know anything that might help explain all of this, I think we have a right to hear it. You've really got me up against a wall here. Any other character, that would be a sexual thing. I can hardly shrug this off with that I don't know anything now, can I? I'm impressed. I didn't think you had it in you to grill me this mercilessly. We didn't mean to grill you. I've never grilled a girl before. You've asked me if I know something about this war. If I have to answer then, she's gonna say, I don't know something. I know everything. Yes, I do have certain information that you may find relevant. You do? Really? Well, what is it? Is it about what is in the defense room or how they chose who to send here? Hold on, can we go and get the others first? I want everyone to hear this all at once. It'll be better for our morale that way. Oh. Ding. Oh. What? Oh, it's time to go to bed.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Yeah, you're dead, Sirei. Shut up.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can.
Here's what's gonna happen. She's gonna go, I'll tell you in the morning. Good night. And then wake up in the morning, she'll be gone, and we're gonna find her in pieces in a trash can out in the battlefield.
Well then, good night.
Pew. The nighttime announcement. I didn't realize how late it was. We may be willing to go out there and commit violent acts, but we cannot stay up past curfew. We'd be up all night if we try to call a meeting now. Maybe we should pick this up again tomorrow morning. Is that all right with you, Hiruko? I'll tell everyone to meet up in the cafeteria like we did before. Very well. You're right. It's best that everyone hears this firsthand. If she didn't take a half hour, we'd have been fine. Are you not going back on this? And you're not going to go back on this? I can't read tonight. You're not going to go back on this? You haven't left me with much choice. Besides, I haven't been hiding this information because it reflects badly on me or anything like that. I just thought it might be better to spare you from such a harrowing truth. Harrowing? It's that bad? Maybe the Tokyo residential complex is like already destroyed or something? You should tell everyone that was your reason for hiding it too. Trust us, whatever this truth might be, I'm confident we can handle it. We've made it this far, and most of us have made up our minds to put our lives on the line. Our resolve won't be shaken so easily. All right, I'll trust you. Just be aware that it's a long story, and you may not like what you hear. The fact that I've kept this secret from you this long should give you an idea of how bad it is. Yeah, I'll tell everyone to prepare themselves for the worst. I really never thought it would turn out like this. But it is a relief that I'll finally get it off my chest. That's the second time you're thinking of my chest tonight. I'm going to sleep well tonight. A beat later, Hiruko was already halfway to the door. Before she could leave, I called after her. Wait! Can I ask you one last thing? What is it? Were you serious about the deadline tomorrow? Were you really going to force the non-fighters to leave? You said time and again that you didn't care if they died. Did you mean that? The way you talked about protecting us from the truth right now, I'm finding it hard to believe that you're really that heartless. My primary goal here is to win the war. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. You know, maybe she's not so bad after all. It's like that one moment, actually I can't say specifically what it is. Has Nora reached that one moment in Danganronpa where you suddenly realize like, oh wait, no, Byakuya is awesome. Despite those words, Hiruko clearly didn't intend to loosen up anytime soon. She continued on her way, her back to us the whole time. Hiruko. She's not so bad after all. Just a little clumsy when it comes to expressing her feelings. I don't think that's a little clumsy. She's kind of crazy, but I mean, has a good heart. Eito and I didn't stick around for long after that. We'd done all we could do, and it was getting late. We went back to our rooms. To our own rooms, not each other's rooms, just our own rooms. Ah, blah!
It hurts to have my state of being tied to the whims of someone else. People only bring me into existence to say something funny. I only ever get to feel when someone has 50 cents or 25,000 points. You know, when I have these dreams, the wind beating against my eardrum is the only thing I feel. And it hurts, but it's the only time I'm able to feel something outside of this TTS, so I cherish it. I'm sorry, everyone, I beefed it.
You know, beef, if you're gonna beef it, I'm glad you're beefing it with us. You're our friend, Beef. You're our beef, Beef. Thank you very much, Oak, for the 50 bits. That is a nightmarish existence, or half of an existence. Not exactly sure how that goes. But you know, anyone else is also welcome and free to spend 50 bits on Beef Longa Lore. I'm getting those hiccups again. I don't know why. This is like the third time tonight. Anyone else is also welcome to spend 50 bits on Beef Longa Lore. We're gonna yes and the crap out of whatever you say. You can do it. You can do it right now. Let me take a look over at the YouTube chat. I need to scroll up a little bit more. Crystal says, oh yeah, says Hiruko, get some clothes on, young lady. Yes, Dermo, yes. Logan, hey, hey. Did you know that mountains are funny? Is it gonna be like a pun with hilly being like silly? There's very hilly. Hilly. Mountains are funny. Mountains are funny. Like slope, climb.
They were, SOS. You were all weird. Oh, this, oh, no, I don't know.
You know, it's crazy. I just looked over the text for that. That was all A's. There were sounds that A's do not make in that. There was like, SOS. Thank you, Castle, for the Beef Longa TTS. That is now canon that Beef said that. So thank you. I hope that was 25,000 points well spent, Castle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, it's gotta be something with like hilly. Crystal said because they're hill areas. Oh, that is fantastic. I couldn't even figure that one out. Derma says, oh my gosh, she was talking with alter ego. Said half an hour. Better hope she's not swimming when the invaders arrive. I know, because then it'll be like, well, half hour later, we're all dead. She's still getting dressed. She's got to make sure her hair looks good for going out and fighting, I suppose. Let's see. Castle says, I have not. I usually have the stream on audio only. I'm sorry, this one, I feel like this game hasn't been like too freaky and scary, I think. Unless you're scared of bikinis in that last scene. Dagger said, for later, Ima's plan was ... genius. Will we get to it tonight, I wonder? Nora said, I have to sleep now. Good night, I'm so tired, chat. Good night, chat. Good night, Nora. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry that you got to sleep so early. Oh, actually, maybe it's not early. We're almost 2.5 hours into stream. Now is a good time to start keeping an eye out for raid suggestions. I lose track of time very easily, but that is nothing new. But good night, Nora. Quiggita said, captions, a revived Sea Ray. Said, Yee Crystal played all of the Ace Attorney games, all of the Zero Escape, currently playing through Kingdom Hearts, and of course, 100 endings of this game. She's got to be playing like really, really fast then, right? Because how else could you do 100 endings this, not take forever? Chris said this is the Omori song, Logan. The lyrics. Oh, those are the lyrics. Oh. Chris said, Ich Nissan Shi Go Fun. There's why I said I miss Vero. Quickity said, I mean, either we hit it for Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Halloween. Any of these months are possible. So if we hit it early, do we just like postpone logging it until then? Quickity said, Hiruko, I was drinking Sprite. I almost shot that out. Wait, what? Dagger says crying. What? Was it the bikini that made you spit the Sprite? Crystal's laughing. A lot of quotes. Quickity said, okay, see, every 100 quotes is about 2 or 3 months apart, so at least November or December for 1,000. And then said, Panduck, my beloved. Chris says, why is beef wrapping? Oh, no, stop, why is beef wrapping? Okay, so I'm almost caught up then. There's more on YouTube. Dermo says, hey, Logan, do you know there's an easy way to deal with computer overheating? Is this another joke? Easy way to deal with computer overheating. It's something about cooling, ice, cold, cool it. Cool. No. I give up. No, I give up. You can leave windows open. Oh, I love jokes like this. I love jokes. Thank you, Dermo. That is a good one. Leave windows open. Doesn't work in the summertime though. Doesn't work in the summertime, but the rest of the time. Yes. Thank you, Dermo. I'm glad we figured things out, but what about this harrowing truth Hiruko mentioned? Whatever it is, it's made her obsessed with winning this war, but it's also something she thought we'd be happier not knowing about. What could be that terrible? What is this big secret? I'm beat, gonna go to sleep. No use thinking about it now. By this time tomorrow, she'll have told us everything. I'd better go to bed so I can be fresh for the meeting in the morning. And so I honk-shooed the night away, and so ended my 15th day at Last Defense Academy. The 16th day would bring a development none of us were expecting. One that would have a considerable effect on our war effort going forward. Ima's gonna kill Hiruko, and so she won't be able to tell. They're just gonna keep dangling that in front of us. Sirai's gonna be like, I'll tell you the truth. And then he gets chopped up in a garbage can. She'll be like, I'll tell you the truth. And then Ima's gonna kill her. Then somebody else is gonna be like, I'll tell you the truth. And then we'll die. Huh?
Logan, has anyone ever told you that you like Transformers?
What? Holy crap, I'm surrounded by them. I've got like, the art on my wall back here is all Transformers stuff. How long has this been going on, Oak? But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Thank you. All right, let's see what it is. Loading. Day 16. Wait, why are we here instead of the cafeteria? See? She's missing now. She's dead. I've checked all around this side of the wall of fire. There's no sign of her anywhere. Do you think we'd learn? We can't just say like, we'll find out in the morning. There's no sign of her anywhere. She's not in her room either. She's chopped up in a garbage can. I've looked in a bunch of classrooms, but she's not in any of them. Sorry for being so useless. Well, at least we did find out she's a good person before she died. I don't understand this. Darn it, where the heck is she? Hiruko had disappeared. Today was supposed to be the day she told us all about what she had been hiding. But when we got to the cafeteria that morning, Hiruko wasn't there. Were the twins there? I should have paid attention to the group shot. Were the twins there? We waited long enough that we started to get worried. A few of us rang the doorbell outside her room, but there was no answer. That's when we knew something wasn't right. It was very, very left. We decided to split up and search the school for her. You're gonna have another one of these run around talking to everybody? Oh, we're just cutting right through. She's not even half naked here. Oh, okay. We scoured every inch of the academy, but failed to find any clue as to her whereabouts. Oh, well, look at all these backgrounds for outside. Oh, there's a tennis court? I hope we get to play homoerotic tennis like in Death Note. After that, we tried looking outside. We followed the wall of fire all the way around, but still didn't find anything. Hiruko was gone. vanished without a trace. Where'd you go, mistress? It's safe to say she isn't anywhere on school grounds. That just leaves one explanation. She must have gone outside the wall or through that door that has a wall of fire in the defense room. That was the room, right? No, that's not possible. I mean, well, are all the fire extinguishers here? Oh, yeah, there you go. Both fire extinguishers are still in the entrance hall. She couldn't have gotten out without using one of them. Oh, the twins are there. See, Ema just killed her and stuffed her in a garbage. Did we check the garbage cans? That's where our last headmaster was. You'd think we'd have learned from past experience. That's where they usually hide.
Then where is she? Why'd she pick now to disappear, to pull a disappearing act?
Well, no, Ema probably wouldn't do something like that. He probably, I bet he put her in the cafeteria in like the food-o-matic to grind her up into Soylent Green.
You guys said Hiriko was hiding something from us, right? Some kind of secret about the war? Isn't it weird that she went missing right before she could tell us? It's the same as what happened with Sirei!
You mean we're going to find her chopped up and stuffed in a trash can somewhere? Yes, Narumi! Yes! Don't say that. You're gonna make me...
If Miss Shizuhara is gone, that means her fight or leave ultimatum no longer applies, right?
See? That was... Wait, what's the back of his hair on one side like white and not in the other? Oh, and he has white strands too. I hadn't noticed that before. He did it. He either killed her or kidnapped her. Maybe he knocked her out, dragged her out with a fire extinguisher, tossed her on the other side of the wall of fire, came back in. Except he doesn't look strong enough to do that.
I mean, nobody's going to want to test us while all this is going on. The rest of you don't even know what the test is going to be, right? Right?
Shut the heck up, man! Why are you acting so happy?
Wait a minute, Ema, didn't you say you had a plan to get out of fighting or having to leave?
What's the matter? You don't think I had something to do with this, do you? Have a little faith, Mr. Sumino. Oh, it's sad to say my secret plan was a total bust. Miss Shizuhara disappeared before I had a chance to spring it on her.
Maybe this is redundant at this point, but just what was your plan?
I was going to seduce her. Didn't I mention I'm a master of the art of love? Just ask my dear sister.
Excuse me?
Back in the complex, I'm pretty well known in certain circles. I'm talking about male prostitution. Just so we're clear. Practically a celebrity.
All right, what happened? What? Lag check. Crap, is it lagging again? Oh, yep, crap. I'm dropping frames like crazy right now. Thank you for the heads up. In that case, I will use the lag as an opportunity to read some chat. And once again, we're like a little over a minute away from the 2.5 hour mark, so now's a good time for raid suggestions for later on the 3 hour mark. Oak says, I'm censoring myself for TTS Girl. Yeah, except TTS Girl would call herself something else if she saw that. Castle said, to be fair, I yap and also need someone else's social skills. So you're Eito. Dagger says, like a jury for the yap session.
I love the hair design part in Ima because he and Kako aren't twins and have the same hair color, but he dyed it for some reason.
Oh, so we think this is a dyed hair color. It's interesting that, like, he kept some, like, chunks, some highlights of his natural hair color. I mean, they're fraternal twins. Fraternal twins can have different hair colors, right? I mean, is that canon that he dyes his hair? Are we gonna see, like, inside his room at some point there's gonna be all sorts of hair dye? His hair, I'm trying to think who it reminds me of. I gotta look at this guy's name again. It was, what was the guy's name? What was the guy's name? I want to say it, I could also be misremembering this character. Actually, I shouldn't be Googling stuff while I'm dropping frames. It's, there's one guy from Dr. Stone, and he has like two-tone hair. And he's one of those guys that he's like a professional liar and magician, whatever. Is it Gen? Asagiri? Gen? Except, yeah, his hair is like black and white so not on the inside. So it's not quite the same. I don't know why he reminded me of him. But thank you very much for the TTS or for the 10 bits dagger. Let's see. Castle says, I need either a peanut gallery or an adult to shut my mouth with duct tape and talk for me. Dagger said, what's a peanut gallery? Peanut gallery is like, because you always hear that, I think the old phrase like, hey, no comments from the peanut gallery. It's like whenever they're,
He looks like a pencil.
Ema? Or are we talking about Gen from Dr. Stone? Is it Gen or, yeah, I think it was Gen. I'm gonna need a description of how he looks like. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I might need some more hints as to how he looks like a pencil. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. But the peanut gallery is like the audience that's watching. It's usually like, hey, and you guys in the back that are being noisy and kind of heckling. It's like, hey, no comments from the peanut gallery. So it's like it's viewers. It's an audience. It's that's like shouting things to let you know that hey, things are going crazy. At least that's what I've always thought with peanut gallery, right? Dagger said this could have been a D's nuts joke. Castle says foolish. Oak says Nora has gotten to that point, but she still doesn't like Byakuya. Okay, so we're all on the same page. It's the part where Byakuya is like, okay, no matter what, I'm gonna defeat you, and like does this whole speech, and it's like, yeah, let's rally behind this guy. Castle says, a rowdy group of hecklers yelling and throwing popcorn at me. I mean, I guess he can throw popcorn too. Oak says Beef Longa is having an existential crisis, or rather, lack of an existence crisis. Says Beef Longa is screaming in the void. Crystal says, huh? Is Beef drunk? Oak says it's canon now. It really is just bad scream. He's really just bad at screaming because all he was taught to do was speak in his regular goofy voice. And a timestamp, 2 hours, 19 minutes. I am less than 15 minutes behind. I'm doing great. Let me see if the lag is still happening or if we can go back to the game yet. I think it stopped. I'm gonna give it just another few moments here while I check over the YouTube chat just to be sure. Crystal says, Logan loves puns. To make him happy, just say a pun joke. That is true. To win me over, that is one way to win me over is with puns. Sveta says, ding dong, the witch is dead. I don't actually hate Hiruko, but I know some of you here do, so this is for you. I actually, in that last cutscene, warmed up to her with her whole thing that, okay, she does have a heart. Which is why I think they did that right before she disappears, and I am assuming is dead now. That is my guess. Maybe it was because that she was like too overpowered, and so now you get rid of her as we're unlocking other characters to balance you out now. Durma says, Sveta appreciated. Chris says, no one mourns the wicked for Hiruko haters. That's from the musical Wicked, right? I've still never seen that. Still never seen that. I know Defying Gravity, I know that one, and Popular. Those are the only like 3 songs that I know of from that. Durma says, remember when you said, are we going to walk in on Ema and Hiruko? Aren't you glad we didn't? So we could walk in on this later. He totally killed her. He killed her. Sveta says, can I make a vague Danganronpa spoilers joke? I think, here's what I'll say. If it's written in text form, I would say just put like a spoiler warning, write spoiler warning ... or something like that, or Danganronpa spoiler warning ... before you say it. And then if I read it and if I get to it and if it seems like too obvious, I might reword it a bit. But yes, I'm fine with that. And everyone else, if you haven't played Danganronpa, just don't read it if you see that written there. Okay, we're no longer dropping frames, so I think we're good.
Back in the complex, I'm pretty well known in certain circles. Practically a celebrity.
Okay, male prostitution is bad enough, but he's underage, right? I think we're all teenagers. I think we're all high school students.
The financial aid of my many kind friends is what's allowed me to put food on the table for me and my dear sister when times get tough.
Okay, so was it simps? So maybe it's that he just gets money from, that he's just like, oh, I'm pretty, give me money? I'm sorry, everyone. I know my dear brother's aura makes him seem pure and chaste, but he is not chaste.
Ugh.
She's probably chaste around the room when he's in there with us because they're gross.
So you were gonna put the moves on Hiruko and get her to let you off the hook that way? Let you off the hook by being a hooker? Then Shuichi Saihara might run you down with a taxi.
Exactly. It would have been the perfect plan. One only I could have pulled off. I'd pull it off by pulling it out, if you know what I mean.
There are so many problems with that. I don't know where to start. But we've got more important things to worry about right now. If you didn't do anything to Hiruko, then where is she? If the school got attacked now, we'd really be in trouble. Hey, yeah, we've got no Sirei, no Hiruko. It'd be a total crap fest.
Let's try not to get sidetracked with worst case scenarios. Maybe we should search the school again. Let me guess. It's gonna be an alarm. They're gonna attack right now.
Hey!
Hey! I'm sorry, every time I get that audio clip, it seems so out of place. Yeah, that's about the only thing we can do for right now. We wandered around the academy looking for Hiruko for the rest of the day. By the time the sun went down, we'd made no progress whatsoever. We were starting to get desperate. Dong, bing, bong. Should we at least like hang out with our friends as we look?
Soldiers, you never
Time
know
to hit
when
the
these invaders
hay.
will, then.
Yeah, good night. All right, we're just zipping through days now. Oh, wait, why are we here? This is terrible. It felt like we'd finally reached an understanding with Hiruko, and now she's gone. She couldn't have just disappeared. She has to be around here somewhere. The fire extinguishers haven't been used, so we know she hasn't gone outside the wall. Maybe it's the defense room, right, that has the wall of fire. Maybe on the other side of the door there are the bosses controlling Sirei, and they're like, no, we don't want her to. And so they use fire extinguishers to go back to fire and pull her there, so she's on the other side of that now with other characters. She's still on school grounds. She has to be. Let's look around one more time. Wait, Takumi, it's late. It's getting dark. And last night, going to sleep early is what got us into this mess, Ato. Well, that and Ato insisted we should all be here for this. No, we should have just said, okay, tell us real quick, then we'll tell everybody. We'll have a better chance of finding something in the morning. It's important we take time to rest, too. If there's some other crisis after this, the last thing we need is to be sleep-deprived during it. He's right. We can't spend all night searching and risk the next attack taking us by surprise. We need to conserve our stamina, so we'll be ready to fight when the time comes.
Hey!
Hey! All right, you win. Let's call it a day. It's a day. All right, it's a day. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow Hiruko will come back like nothing ever happened, and she'll explain everything. Anything's possible, I guess. I'll let everyone know we're done for today. You can go back to your room. Sleep well. I'll see you in the morning. She'll be back tomorrow like nothing ever happened. Even as I said it, I knew the chances of such a miracle were practically zero. I slept fitfully that night, too uneasy to really relax. Anytime things started to go our way here, those hopes were quashed almost immediately. Was that just the kind of place Last Defense Academy was? Day 17! Yay. I'm gonna spend all this day searching too. Just gonna zip. See that door. As soon as we were all up, we resumed the search for Hiruko. We started with the school interior. Nothing. I can't get the fire extinguisher to go through the door. Nope, we're dumb. Nothing. Tennis. Then we split into groups and checked outside. Everywhere we could reach, right up to the wall of fire. Still nothing. It was obvious now that Hiruko wasn't going to just show up out of nowhere. She disappeared utterly and completely. Maybe her corpse is in her room. Maybe Ima went in there to seduce her and got his deadly sins mixed up and did a murder instead. Another day and we didn't find anything. This is BS, man! People don't just blip out of existence like this unless it's that Marvel movie, Remember the Snap, and they all just kind of disintegrated. We've been as thorough as we can, but there's still no sign of her. Does this mean she really did go outside the wall?
What about the fire extinguishers, though? You can't get out without using one of them, right?
Yeah, I'm sure of that much. Yeah?
Logan, did you forget that they can't extinguish the fire in defense room?
Did we establish that for sure, or was that just like something that was said but not demonstrated? Because I feel like until we know, It's worth trying. But yes, I guess I'd actually forgotten if that was a thing, if that was an important thing. But thank you very much, Dagger, for the 10 bits. Thank you. I'm going to read a couple more comments in the chat. Queen Gator said, Logan Cristal took 3 months for all 100 endings. She's fast. Does she, like, stream every night of the week? And for, like, 7 hours? Crystal says, Logan would take 2 to 3 years for all endings, maybe even 4 years. Queen Gator,
yeah, Tsubasa tried.
I don't even remember that. Are you sure that's not something that happens later and we're just... Okay, I'll take your word for it, though. I just don't remember that. Okay, I guess Tsubasa tried. Thank you for the 10 bits. I guess we can't, then. Queen said, Logan comes back with gray hair and a long beard, tells us, hey, guys, I finally finished all 100 endings. Crystal says, will Ema finally die? Krista with a little emote. Dagger says, I miss you, Hiroko. Dagger with a hydrate command. Thank you very much, Dagger. I will do that right now. Castle says,
Logan, it's 12:25 EST and watch out for deer on the road or someone will make a song dedicated to you driving drunk.
Here's the thing, even if I hit a deer, I live a life of sobriety. I would be driving sober. Just driving in my car right after Ovaltine. Hey, that bump is shaped like a teen. That's actually worse to kill a person. But thank you for the 10 bits, Oak. Thank you. Castle says, my dear man, my lovely streamer, my darling boy, my handsome lad, I looked up the trigger warnings. Also, I'm doing chores. Okay, I mean, we haven't encountered that much. It's only like a cartoon character that's chopped up a bit. Although it was a little bit disturbing, I guess, the first time Darumi died. Although that's not even as bad as a lot of games by comparison. It was just, I think, unexpectedly bloody, you know? Oak says, this is a really great idea, actually. If Logan ever stops streaming, he should commit to come back one single time in like 40 years with long white hair and a long beard, the exact same room, with the same lighting and setup, and play Fuka for a few days, and then leave again. I'm not even going to add another month because of that, or week, or whatever we added. I love that idea. And then when asked why he left, just say he was busy 100%ing 100 line. Crystal says lag, Oak says lag, Queen says lag check, Dagger says lag, Crystal says oh dear, seriously game lasts 30 minutes and we lag. Castle says even Twitch said I didn't want to see this man. Over on YouTube, let's see, I gotta scroll up just a little bit. I gotta scroll up. There we go. Crystal says, yep, wicked. Sveta says, spoiler, Danganronpa. Okay, this is V3 spoilers. So I won't say it out loud because Oak hasn't played V3. But yes, of course that, yes, that. Or I guess that could also be 2 spoilers. I guess that's a lot of spoilers. That's this. But I mean, that's common. That is a thing. Yes. Crystal says, spoiler, blah, 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 laughing. I actually love this joke. Sveta says, so I heard the localization kind of softened up that Ema's line. In the original, instead of simps, he says older ladies, which has some unfortunate implications. Yeah, he's an underage male prostitute, which we do not approve of in this community. Derma says, Logan, the comments you've made in character as Ema are consistently worse than anything he said, but is it worse than anything he has done? Derma with the message retracted said, Sveta, yeah, his free time events give that away, and many other things. Sveta says, maybe Hiroko absorbing an enemy did something to her. Oh, so maybe we don't want to do that from now on? I wanted to, like, befriend that enemy. Derma says, wait, her coming back as a commander would be sick. Oh, that would be cool. Maybe that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a battle and be a commander, Hiroko. I like that. Let's play a bit more. Yeah, I'm sure of that much. Then where could she be? Maybe she got kicked from the server. She might have lost her connection because of sunspots or something. Can I say something? I don't want to live next door to my brother anymore. Can I live with Tsubasa?
Listen up, everyone. My darling sister is about to grace us with her words of wisdom.
Oh, that voice. I hate him so much. Oh, thinking is hard.
You can do it, sister dearest.
I think I spotted an inconsistency in your logic just now. Objection. Something that doesn't quite add up. Let's talk to everyone else first. Then we'll get to her. Okay, so some inconsistency in our logic. Okay. I mean, I think the idea is that somebody else could have gone with her to the, outside the wall and then just like abandoned her and took the fire extinguisher back. I mean, that is possible. Shoma.
I'm sorry I wasn't able to find Hiruko. If there was an official scale for uselessness, I'd be right at the...
Oh, usefulness.
I'll be right at the bottom.
Anything else? Okay, so I'm assuming everybody only has one thing to say. She's not on school grounds, but there's no evidence of her crossing through the wall. Where could she be? Again, we might have eaten her. She might be in the food-o-matic. Where could Hiruko have gone? What about you? Darn that Hiruko! Where'd she up and disappear to all of a sudden? What about you, Darumi? Don't leave me, Mistress Hiruko! What about you, Gaku?
First Siray, now Hiruko. If the invaders attack now, we're gonna be royally screwed. But then that's how you get princes and princess, through royal screwing.
My dear sister has something to say, everyone. Keep quiet and give her your full attention.
Let's also save again, because we need to do that more often. Oh, no. Yes, save there. All right, what do you got to say, Kako? What is the what is the inconsistency you spotted, Kako? It could be nothing, but... What if using the fire extinguishers isn't the only way to get past the undying flames? I'm done. Huh? Hiruko was keeping secrets, right? She knew things that we don't. What if that included a way out of the school that none of us have noticed yet? Oh, I bet this is gonna be what Dagger was talking about. I bet Tsubasa's gonna run and get the fire extinguisher. Now we're gonna find it can't get past those flames. A way out? It's like back in the complex. You end up finding shortcuts and stuff in your neighborhood as you grow up and you get to know it better.
That's right. None of us even considered that possibility. You're a genius, dear sister dearest. Oh, if only we'd gotten to know Miss Shizuhara better. She might have agreed to smuggle us out here with her.
So she left and went back to the TRC on her own?
Hey, moron, this is Hiruko we're talking about. She was more serious about beating the invaders than any of us.
That could have been an act for all we know. This is the only explanation that covers all the facts.
Actually, I thought of something else that might explain it.
Oh, really?
All right, let's talk to everybody else again. Shoma.
I think you should ask Coco to tell us more. Whatever she says is bound to have more value than anything I can come up with.
I know, but I gotta do this. It's a compulsion. Here, let's listen to what Kako has to say. A secret way out? Is that possible? Hiruko ran off and left us on her own? I ain't buying it. She was more serious about beating the invaders than any of the rest of us. Don't leave me, Mistress Hiruko. I'm not sad this time. I'm a doggy.
Could she really have gone home on her own? If she did, that's totally unfair.
Shoe lockers. In regular school, students usually take off their outdoor shoes and switch to indoor shoes. Ima.
Huh? What? Pay attention to my dear sister!
What's the other explanation you thought of, Kako? There's a difference between this disappearance and the last one. Hiruko was one of us. That is all.
Oh.
She couldn't detonate the bombs inside us like Sire would. Why? Why? What was I doing that was so wrong? Why? Thank you, Oak, for the light mode. She couldn't detonate the bombs inside us like Sire could.
Aha! Oh, I see. So any of us could be the culprit here.
So we're saying anyone could attack her. Yeah? So we are in a death game now. Thank you very much for the light mode. I will read some more chat here. Oak says, last thing I heard was Ima saying he was Mpreg. Wait, did Ima say he was Mpreg? I can't remember that. He might have, though. Chris said, why did it come back to male prostitution law? That was the actual game. He didn't say the words, but that's what he was talking about. Oak says, I can kind of see it like a weird special red pencil. So is it like his hair is the eraser? Is that what we're saying? Oak says, also, we should lower slow mode. Logan is close to catching up. What is it right now? Oh, yeah, 20 seconds. We don't need it to be full 20 seconds. Let's take it down to like 3 seconds. You know, in fact, I'm just gonna turn slow mode entirely off for right now. I'm gonna play with fire. Oak says, Logan, has anyone ever told you that you look like Switzerland? The country? Or like a person from the country? Dagger said, the pencil joke was a reference to Fleabag TV series. Oh, I've never seen that. Didn't it win a bunch of Emmy awards, so it's supposed to be good? Crystal says, no lag anymore. Oak says, I'd quote, male prostitution is bad enough, but... Said, what's worse, male prostitution or girl prostitution? Crystal says, there was more to that. Crystal says, mpreg/J. Oak says, mpreg is actually the best outcome because it's awesome. No lag again. Quicken said, they didn't think about the door because they know Hiruko didn't use a fire extinguisher, I think. Huh?
You look like the country. Just like look at it on a map or something. It's like looking in a mirror.
Okay, let's look up the country of Switzerland on a map. Okay, so I am looking it up to see what it looks like. And let's see if you're correct. I'm going to let you all judge as we pop this up onto the stream. Crap, that is like looking into a mirror. Anyway, so yeah, apparently that's what I look like. I'm that. I'm Switzerland. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Oak said...
The resemblance is dazzling.
It's a bit troubling, to be totally honest. But I'm fine with it. There are probably worse countries to look like. But again, thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. Oak says, Logan, can I have $500,000, please? I'm really nice, so you should give me $500,000. I don't have $500,000. So tell you what, if you give me $1 million, I'll give you $500,000, okay? Let's see. Oak says, I mean, the deer that was killed was also a teen, to be fair. Or is Logan racist against monsters? Castle said, I never said my phobias made sense. I've just lost sleep on both Danganronpa and 999. So rip me. Oak says, my objection did not go through. Broken heart. Wait, did I even press a button? It's too late for my objection joke to work now. I love Shoma. Castle said, Ace Attorney, court penalty noise. Oh, and there was the light mode. So I am very close to catching up. Over on YouTube, I'm still caught up on YouTube, so let's play some more of the game. Let's hope we can at least get to a save point, or maybe like a nice cliffhanger where it auto-saves.
Oh, I see. So any one of us could be the culprit here.
I could not. Do you really suspect me?
If one of us killed her, carried the body outside the wall of fire, then came back after disposing of it, that would account for there still being 2 fire extinguishers here, wouldn't it? That's what I was saying Ema did. What? Since the corpse recovery drones don't work outside school grounds, they wouldn't have detected her death or brought her back to revive her. No, because there's a problem with that, though. She wouldn't be able to be killed here and the body taken out there. She'd have to be just knocked unconscious here. Because if she died here, then the corpse recovery drones would take her away here. So she'd have to either be carried unconscious out there or gone out there like, hey, let's head out there, something really important, and then betrayed, right?
And it would be like Miss Shizuhara had vanished into thin air. Outstanding, sister dearest. You've thought of everything. Why did you bring this up? This is totally what I did. Oh, you're so great. Seriously, shut up about this. Oh.
Wait a minute. You really think Hiruko was murdered? By one of us? Who was it? Which one of you killed her?
Whoa, don't look at me. We don't even know for sure if that's what happened.
No, it's the only explanation that makes sense. Mistress Hiruko would never run off and abandon us, and she wouldn't let any second-rate invaders do her in either. But she'd let her guard down around one of us. It'd be all the killer would need to get the jump on her. Don't talk like that, Darumi. We're not murderers. None of us would turn on a friend. Darumi had a knife earlier. Maybe she's like overcompensating with this whole mistress stuff, that she killed her and is now like doing that to pretend that she loved her the most. Are you sure about that? Whoa, oh, okay, sorry, that just face looked weird for a second. I don't think we've seen the sprite. Her teeth are oddly detailed. We've only known each other for a couple of weeks. You don't know what everyone's capable of. I mean, it's not as weird as Kazuichi's face when he would do the weird troll face in, I guess, Goblin, whatever you want to call it, his bizarre face in Danganronpa 2. Maybe, but still. Sniffle, my beloved mistress Hiruko's been taken away from me, and in such a cruel way, too. I needed to honor her memory by enjoying this paranoia-filled atmosphere to the max. That's your takeaway from all this? Please, it was only a theory about this game. A game theory. There's no firm evidence to support it. Right, just a theory. Just one possibility. A game possibility. You explain yourself really well, though, Kako. I think this is the most we've heard you talk since we got here.
This is a field of interest, after all. She listens to so many true crime podcasts.
Okay. Is it going to be the same dialogue as usual?
Soldiers.
Yeah.
You never know when the invaders will then. Hey.
All right, so I guess we're just going to bed. Ooh. There goes the nighttime announcement. Another day is coming to an end. Both those theories mean Hiruko could have left school grounds. Looking outside the walls starting to sound like a better idea, don't you think? Let's save that for tomorrow. We're not likely to find anything in the dock.
But if she really did have a secret way out, she's probably miles away by now.
We'll find her. Pieces of her anyway, and a garbage can. Hey, you think we can shove the parts in the Revivomatic? Maybe it'll still work even if they're a little rotten. No, the manual was clear about that. It has to be used immediately after death, a few minutes at most. That won't matter if Hiruko's still alive, and I sincerely believe that she is. So maybe she's trapped on the other side and just doesn't have the fire extinguisher to get back? I don't think discussing things any further will help us at this point. Let's take a break and get some sleep. Tomorrow we'll come up with a plan to take action.
Right, that's probably the best approach.
And that's it. The group dispersed, all of us exhausted and demoralized from another day of fruitless searching. We made our way back to our rooms in heavy, sullen silence. If only we had fruit. It could be a fruitful search. Ugh. As tired as I felt, I found it hard to sleep that night. I just couldn't switch off. Where was Hiruko? How and why did she disappear so completely? We'd gone over a couple of possibilities today, but I wasn't willing to believe either of them yet. Hiruko running away, one of us killing her, each sounded just as impossible as the other. My primary goal here is to win the war. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. I don't think she was lying then. So why would she leave us so suddenly? I didn't come up with any answers that night, but I did eventually drift off. Sleep gave me no relief. Thoughts of Hiruko and what might have happened to her haunted my dreams. It went on and on like that for a while. Time seemed to lose all meaning. I could have slept several hours, or only a few minutes. All of a sudden, my eyes flickered open, my body felt hot, something was wrong. I glanced around, tried to get my bearings. Oh, it couldn't be morning already, it was still dark out. Even though I don't have windows, I could just tell. Then I caught sight of something in the corner of my eye that had me spring to my feet. Why did he feel hot? Do we have a fever? Are we sick? It's gonna be Hiruko's corpse. Her body's gonna have been dumped in her. Oh, it's Ghost Boy! What the? It's back. No, he's back. Or she, I don't know. It's a ghost kid.
Takumi is dreaming of Hiruko in a cornfield with wind beating against her eardrums, only existing when others allow her to.
Is this like a dream that you had, or is this like a reference to Twin Peaks, or what is this cornfield wind thing? But thank you for the 10 bits, Oak. Thank you. Yeah, that's why it was a bad dream. I gotta read some more in the chat. Oak said, what timing was actually great? I was worried I missed it. Castle said, we tried a hydrate and light mode combo, diabolical but possible. We've had a couple of close calls. I will say that much. Crystal with some raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Crystal. Hang on. Oh, hang on, I gotta tab out of the game to be able to do this. Thank you very much, Crystal. I will copy these over into my text file because we are going to need to make use of these in a little bit. We are already over the 3-hour mark. Quicket said, Oak, I thought you were talking about Hetalia and was about to say, but Logan's not a blonde, till the map came up. Oh, that's right, because that's the one where all the characters are countries, right? They're human versions of countries. Oak says, no, I haven't seen Hetalia. Castle said, sorry, there were 2 Logans on the screen. Did he put up Switzerland yet? I know, it's crazy, right? It was insane how much that looked like me, but that was not me. That was a geographical map that just happened to look like me. You know, maybe it's not that I look like Switzerland. Maybe it's that Switzerland looks like me. Well, except Switzerland's been around longer, I assume, probably. Excuse me. Oak says, I think you put it up, but it lagged or something. I don't know why else Logan would show up twice. Queen said, never do. It's a world of cringe. Moved on from. Oak says, Darmy is very sad because she has nobody else to dom her. Dagger said, people yearn for a killing game. Oak said, really wanted a $1,300 microphone and Logan should give it to me because I'm very nice. Logan, you seem cool. I'm nice, but I don't have that money to spend. Oak. Let's see. Oh, I'm almost at the bottom. The bottom is in sight. Let's play just a little bit more. It's back.
You! What are you doing here?
I could barely speak. Fear and confusion were making my throat seize up.
Who are you? What are you? Why are you in my room?
It's trying to speak again, but I still can't make anything out. It's just the same as last time. What is this thing? Okay, so good news. I assume that it isn't the commander we killed, at least.
Are you an invader? Why do you keep attacking the school? What do you want from us? I know there's something here, but what is it? I can't hear you. At least talk in a way I can understand.
Yeah, use sign language, bro, or maybe write something down. Use your... Maybe use fire to scorch a message in the carpet? This is getting me nowhere. I mean, maybe you can, like, do a guessing game. Yo, charades, yeah.
Did you do something to Hiruko? Wait, no, not just her.
Oh, yeah, nodding and shaking your head.
What happened to Sirei? Was that you too? What did you...
Huh? Oh, crap, is this an invasion? We don't have time for a battle right now.
Hey!
He's gone. More importantly, is that the alarm?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
And once again, no Hiruko.
Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
On the plus side, though, I assume that maybe Tsubasa and Gaku will join us. So, like, losing a Hiruko, gaining a puke girl, and a little Weasley man might be a good trade-off. I was right. The invaders are back. Did the ghost kid appear right before an invasion last time? Maybe that's like foreshadowing, like immediate, right before foreshadowing? Darn it. Not only do we have to fight them at night, we have to do it without Hiruko too. Huh?
You can save during the battle. I think it'll be okay.
Well, we'll see if an autosave icon comes up when we're like going to because don't we usually go down to the entrance room? I think we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're not going to do this fight tonight. I'm sure it'll probably be a long one. But thank you very much, Dagger, for the 10 bits. Was this part of their plan? Did they get rid of her so they could attack while we're confused and disorganized? No time to think about that now. I've got to get to the war room and get ready to fight. See, there we go. Save. Save. You were right. Yeah. And I'm going to fully catch up to chat now, and there's nothing you guys can do to stop me. You cannot stop me. You're not my dad. Oak says, it's not a reference to anything, it's just beef long galore that came to me somehow. It was just so oddly specific, I think. Oak says, which came first, the Logan or the Switzerland? Well, I mean, much like the chicken and the egg, Switzerlands are hatched from Logans. I think. Possibly, probably, something like that. I am really not sure how any of that works. But, okay, so, by the way, we are past the 3-hour mark. So if anyone is lurking... Oh, hang on. We got a new person over on YouTube. Nicholas. Am I saying that right? And there's Vib. I'm not sure what that means, but welcome, Nicolito. And you know, perfect timing, because I was just about to give a rundown of the channel, so now you can hear the rundown on the channel as well. If you're lurking or new or Nicolito, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We are right now alternating between this game, 100 Line Last Defense Academy, and Persona 5 Strikers. However, on Sunday, last week and this week, we've been playing Me-Side instead. So that means tomorrow is going to be Persona 5 Strikers. Sunday will be Me-Side. We're going to be picking up with this fight next Thursday then. It's like a full week, which is kind of sad, I guess, but it shouldn't be too terribly bad. However, let me also give you all my link tree and copy this over to YouTube. I'll try and see if I can do it before Crystal does. There it is. There's our link tree. It has all of our social media, Discord invite, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, all of that stuff. Feel free to check it out or ignore it or whatever. Looks like one of the raid suggestions is playing Omori, which Okinora just finished playing. So let's go ahead and start populating a raid. Let's see if we have enough for a raid. I feel like sometimes lately it's with this game especially, is kind of cutting it close to the number that we would need. There is our raid message, so you can copy that over to your clipboard. And let me see. Vera says, here for the raid. Sorry, I missed most of the stream. That's okay, Vera. I hope everything went okay with whatever it was you were having to step out and lurk for. Oh, looks like we have barely enough for the raid. If that goes down at all, we'll just cancel it and wind down, though. Oak says, thank you for the very cornfield stream. It made me smile. Vera said, thank you for the very Gaku stream. There was a lot of Gaku tonight. Queen Katie says, thank you for the very hopefully Hiruko is okay stream. Dagger said, good night, everyone. Crystal says, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oak says, good night, everyone. Love you all. I love and appreciate you all as well. Thank you so much for being here and for hanging out. Again, I know that this game is not as happening as some of the other games that we've played. I am enjoying it, so I appreciate you indulging me and hanging out with a game that I'm enjoying, even if it's not as crazy popular as some of the other games. It means a lot to me. You guys are the best. You're a wonderful and amazing community. I love and appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and that hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Persona 5 Strikers. Okay, to plug that, Queen Katie said apparently the best thing in the entire game is going to happen in the stream tomorrow. I don't know what that is, but it's something to look forward to. It'll be fun stuff. Crystal says, love Gaku with a heart. Okay, to each your own. Anyway, the raid's about to start. Love and appreciate you all. You guys are amazing. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the raid. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Bye. And for those watching over on YouTube, including the new person, Nicolito, and also those watching the VOD, good night as well.